Yoruba nation. Yoruba nation. Yoruba nation.
Ekasan, ekale, gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, ẹ káàárọ̀ káàkiri gbogbo àgbáńlá ayé. Orúkọ mi ni Sunday Adéyẹmọ tí gbogbo yín mọ̀ sí Sunday Igboho. Mo fi àsìkò yìí mo fi kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá kú aráfẹ́ra kú tí mọmọ wa Janet Fasakin. Ọlọ́run á foríjì wọn, á pàṣìṣe wọn rẹ́. Mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ká mọ̀ kíníkan yìí pé tí àsìkò ikú ẹ̀dá bá tó, òun lẹ̀dá máa ń kú. K'Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí ọdún jìnnà síra wọn. Ìyá wa Janet Fasakin ìyá dáadáa ni, ó dẹ̀ ṣe gudu méjì ya mẹ́fà lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá ní sẹ́fà, pàápàá jùlọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tèmi, mi ò mọ̀ tẹlòmíì. Bọ̀ mo á fi àsìkò yìí, mo fi ń bẹ Ọlọ́run fún k'Ọlọ́run bá tọ́ láyé tọ́ lọ́run kó pa àṣìṣe wọn rẹ́, kó dẹ̀ dárí gbogbo ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wọn jì wọ́n. Kí ọmọ fi ìyà jẹ àwọn ọmọ wọn tí ń bẹ láyé, kó bá dáàbò bo gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wọn, kó dẹ̀ gbé àwọn ọmọ wọn sí ipò gíga lórílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́. Orúkọ mi ni Sunday Igboho. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́. Thank you.
Wow, Mokiwa Akwe, welcome back to the second part of the broadcast as we continue the corruption kills if we do not kill corruption. Mokiwa Wama Yoruba, we àtúnkàbọ̀ sórí ìkànnì náà tí àti mú ètò ọ̀rọ̀ òmìnira Yorùbá àti gbogbo ohun tí ó rọ̀ mọ́ Yorùbá Nation campaign. My name is Oluwole Koiki, as this platform is called the Koiki Media, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Atún kíyàwá tó ṣaláìsí, kọ́lọ́run kó bá foríjì. The burial detail will be communicated at the appropriate time for the benefit of those of us that are asking when is it going to happen. But from the information I've read so far, she will be buried right in America, where her wish is. So fún àǹfààní gbogbo àwa tí à ń béèrè pé ibo ni wọ́n máa sin wọ́n sí, from the information I've read in the last few minutes, our mother will be buried right inside America, where she has lived, all her lives, after relocating there. So we pray for her, we pray for the family, and we will continue to give you the development as it happens as well. Now, let's come back to our own discussion here. As usual, it is now, the afternoon time. There will be some other noise at the background. As you all know, this is a mobile studio, so that means there's not much I can do to control, the other sound. So if you're not comfortable with that, you can always, maybe find some other program to watch, but there's nothing I can do to that. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí, kọ́lọ́run kó foríjì ìyá wa Janet, barrister, Dr. Evangelist Janet Fashaki, kọ́lọ́run kó tẹ́ wọn sáfẹ́fẹ́ rí. Now, let's come back to our discussion, because life will continue. As we've all been hearing, there will be a gathering of Yoruba people with Dr. Chief Sunday IGBOHO. Is a dinner that is happening here in London. For the benefit of those of you that wants to join that dinner, is an £100 a ticket. There is still availability of ticket at the Hilton London Kensington, where you can also join IGBOHO and many other, dignitary that are flying from different parts of the world and also from the United Kingdom as well. So it's going to be a fantastic evening. If you can make it, for £100, you can join us as well. And if you cannot make the dinner, the next one will be for you to join us at the rally that will be held in London, right from the BBC Broadcasting House in Portland Place, London, W1A1 Alpha Alpha. The closest tube station is Oxford Circus on the Victoria line, or also right on the Bekelu line or the Central line as well. So that, is something that, for the benefit of those of you that wants to join us as well. So Moki, gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé a very good evening and welcome, as we probably have, an hour and a half, depending on how the program will run. I just thought we should complete the final part of that program that we were doing earlier. And sọ̀rọ̀ nípa corruption and how corruption has had a big impact, in the lives of, many Nigerians. Corruption is the reason why there's a lot of Boko Haram. Corruption is the reason why you don't have, quality life. Corruption is the reason why your life has been very miserable. Corruption is the reason why the Nigeria economy is diving down rather than picking up, because according to what we read, over $25 trillion have been stolen from Nigeria from 1960 títí di wákàtí. Owó tó yẹ kó fi sínú industry, properties, road, education, research, and other things, gbogbo owó yẹn ni wọ́n ti kó jẹ. And ìdí tí Nàìjíríà ò ṣe progress òun nìyẹn. So fáǹfààní ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ́ máa ń sọ pé Nigeria is going to progress, Nigeria máa ní development, kò ní ever ní any kind of development, because ìlú tó bá ti ń kówó jẹ bí wọ́n ṣe ń kó jẹ nínú Nàìjíríà yẹn, kò séye àdúrà tẹ́ lè gbà, kò séye as much tẹ́ lè prefer láti ní ẹpẹ́ tó máa fún yín ní that kind of development. So rather than having development, there will be no prosperity, there will be no unity. Moriyawo Tinubu, these are criminals that are telling us that they want a united Nigeria. But when they were playing the election, they were playing, the bigotry, they were playing the nepotism and all sorts. But today, they are now promoting the unity of Nigeria through a fabric. I mean, we have fabric. Lumajekawa unite. You know, I don't know how these people are thinking. Because see, unity money in Nigeria. You know, even the fabric industry was destroyed. So, according to the news that is filtering out in the last few hours, you know, the wife of your president, Remi Tinubu, fair unity, Nigeria. You know, I will not be mentioning names, but I welcome you all. Share the program because of our time and also because, you know, we want just to crack on as quickly as possible, especially in the Mango Alatile. Sometimes, you know, we waste too much of your time, but Emma Benisiwa, wish there's much we can do, but there's nothing we can do because, you know, we have to do what we have to do. So now, Tebaranti, we were talking about, you know, if we shall kill corruption in our country. How about kill corruption? About Yoruba country? It will be a total waste of time because the reason why Tipupo Anoinche struggle in Nigeria lately is because the corruption is a big, you know, pandemic, and it is important that we allow corruption not to exist by the time Tabade, our next, you know, independent country. But what I'm about to show you now is part of the corruption of Remi Tinubu and his government under his husband, you know, Jagaban, the bodilon of, you know, Koiki, that have stolen so much out of Lagos State, enriched himself, and now is claiming he's a billionaire, even though I'm away in Lagos State, Tinubu Tijali. But look at this headline from the This Day, and it's also in all the other newspapers. Oluremi Tinubu unveils hashtag One Nigeria, if you want that, hashtag One Nigeria stroke unity fabric to be worn on Independence Day. They are trying. They know that the end of Nigeria is coming, and they are pushing everything to see maybe bóyá ọkàn wa lè yí padà látara Nàìjíríà. Inten wo níwájú yín òun ni aṣọ tí Remi Tinubu àtàwọn gangs of criminals tó ń pera wọn ní. And I want to remind you of this, our father that died on Monday last week. Ó ti pé 1 week nísìn. We played the video earlier. We see if we can play it again. Mo kàn fẹ́ kẹ́ rántí pé he's not sleeping. He died after 1 hour. Bí Remi Tinubu ò gbọ́ pé ní sáìdì ibi ọ̀nà Òkè Ògùn kò sí hospital, kò sí kankan tó ń ṣiṣẹ́, kò sí títì, kò sómi. But in tó já wọn lójú, in tó kàn wọ́n nísìn, òun ni kó sọ̀rọ̀ nípa fabric, bó ṣe máa join wa together pẹ̀lú aṣọ wíwọ̀ nínú Nàìjíríà. Ṣé rí pé orí wọn pé? So they are telling us that we should go and buy this fabric, or maybe that is the kind of fabric that will unite us. I am asking the question this afternoon. Is it the fabric that will unite Nigeria? It's a question, and I want us to answer if you understand what I'm talking about. Do you think that, you know, Remi Tinubu unveiling One Nigeria unity fabric? Number one, what is the meaning of unity? So let's go and find out the meaning of unity according to the English dictionary today. So Tabani, unity. What is the meaning? And how do we, you know, explain it to a layman?
Unity.
Spell uniform, November, India, Tango, Yankee.
Unity.
Kí ló ń pè ní?
Unity.
Do you think that Nigeria will ever be united? Whether we remain one or we are trying to remain one. Do you think that Nigeria, this your messed up country that British created in 1914, fraudulent amalgamation, ǹjẹ́ yín rò lọ́kàn pé there will ever be a united Nigeria? Because Remi Tinubu is unveiling, tó bá sọ pé unveil, something that they want us to feel cool. They want us to look good. Igbo, Hausa, Fulani, you know, and all other ethnic groups that are joined together. And we are not tribes. Nobody should ever tell you that we are tribes. Morawari, we are all different people and we don't want to live together under one block called Nigeria. And whether they like it or not, the end of Nigeria is coming like the end of what we saw with the Titanic. So the meaning of unity, according to the English dictionary this afternoon, is the state of being united or joined as a whole. And let me repeat that again. The meaning of unity, the state of being united or joined as a whole. We know that our joining of Nigeria by British in 1914 was a mistake. It was never meant to be. And if we do not destroy that contraction, it's going to kill every single one of us before our ripe age to die. You can look on the screen, on your right-hand side, and you can see that that man died on Monday because there was no good medical service to support him. Let me play that video back again to you.
Ọkùnrin ara rẹ̀ ṣe díẹ̀ ló sùn ní ẹ̀gbá ọ̀nà báyìí. Machine tèmi ń gbé bọ̀ láti Ṣakí, machine tó ń gbé bọ̀ ní láti ọ̀nà oríta ń bí tó ń lọ Ọ̀dẹ́rà. Gbogbo àwọn èèyàn ò dúró fún, gbogbo wọn kàn ń lọ wọ́n ń wò ni. Ṣùgbọ́n gẹ́gẹ́ bí rescue alert tí mo jẹ́, èmi láti pé kí n dúró kí n rescue rẹ̀ pé kí ara rẹ̀ kó fi wálẹ̀. So gbogbo àwọn táwọn mọ̀ sí ibùdó wọn pé kí wọ́n pè yàn wá àti ìrí wọn kí wọ́n dé. Mo ti lò ń bì nísìnyí, ó ti lò ní bí 3 hours tí mo ti dúró ń bì. Ó ti lé wákàtí 3 tá à ń retí.
Now, you heard the mother. He said she's a rescue alert, but a rescue alert doesn't have any medical equipment. She doesn't have anything more than the fact that she was trained as a rescue alert, but the government has not provided all the necessary things for a rescue alert, because you can be in a motorbike and you can have that box that has all the medical equipment. The first aid is called. But I can confirm that he died eventually before they get him back to the town. But rather than this crazy government try to fix our healthcare, try to make sure that the lives of meaningful Nigerians, whether they agree with Yoruba Nation or Biafra or Arewa or the breakup of Nigeria, they are not interested in that. Rather, Tinubu is unveiling a one Nigeria unity fabric. If you don't know the meaning of fabric, and I'm sure all these fabric are imported from China and Indonesia and I believe India. But in the 60s, during the Western region, the Yorubas under the Baba Awolowo, we know how many fabric and industry that we have. All that is no longer available. But today, Tinubu is unveiling what we called one Nigeria unity fabric. So they are deceiving themselves. You are trying to force Igbo to love Nigeria. They're not going to love Nigeria. If you like, bring many Igbo people, take picture with them. It doesn't matter. You are trying to force Yoruba to love Nigeria. We don't want to love Nigeria. We hate Nigeria so much that Nigeria has taken lives out of so many of us. And that is one many that we can talk about. That is a Yoruba man that eventually died. So Biaka sọ fún Tinubu pé, look, a Yoruba man died last week Monday. He had a cloth on. He doesn't need a Nigerian unity fabric. All he's asking for is the basic amenities, good healthcare, good life, good road network, good water, education, and social amenities. But rather, they can waste so much money and be talking about unveiling one Nigerian unity when the person they are unveiling the unity for have just died. One of them just died last week Monday. Bàbá tẹ̀ ń wò nísàlẹ̀ yẹn ó ti kú. After 3 hours, they were waiting for somebody to support them. So if you are one of those stupid Nigerians, I know Nigeria is still a country, but rather than you, start to support the dissolution of Nigeria, your stupidity doesn't want you to accept the truth that there is no amount of unity that can unite us anymore. Because we were never one until the British forced their stupid amalgamation on our lives. So let's now go back to the English dictionary to try and find out the meaning of that word unity. And I hope I'm communicating. What is the meaning of unity? Unity is being together or at one with someone or something. So we, the Yorubas, have always been with the Igbos since the 60s. since the 19th century after the fraudulent amalgamation and the Hausa. These are the three major ethnic indigenous people. We are not tribes. Nobody should ever tell you we are tribes. Morawari. There's a meaning for tribe, there's a meaning for indigenous people, and there's a meaning for ethnic. Everything has a meaning. It is the opposite of being divided. We are so divided that Tinubu is now trying to unite us. She's crazy. She's a crazy woman because Banji crazy ni. That is not what we need now. What they should be discussing now is how to divide us. Because we're not even going to be united. Look, go on the social media and see how the Igbos continue to bash the Yoruba bash the Igbos. We hate so much that, even we cannot tolerate each other. That is the kind of hatred. And this hatred is because the British created it for a purpose. So if you're one of those Igbos that hate Yoruba, it's understandable. That's what the British want. If you're one of the other as well that hate the Hausa, look, we are all human people. We are all human beings. But for the fact that they forced us to live together, you think the German love the English people. They don't love them, but the English people still go to Germany and had a good life. You think the Italian love the Spanish. They don't love each other. But tonight, if I'm right, English team, Liverpool, if I'm right, if I'm not a football fan, and AC Milan will be playing. They might not like each other, but they have to play under this European League or whatever they call it. So we can have a divided country, and we can then play under African Nations Cup as a Yoruba nation country, as an Arewa country, as a Biafra country, and how many countries that wants to come out as well, because we've seen evidence of countries that are not even up to 1 million. But the fact that a Yoruba man is telling you, oh, no, we can be united. What we are lacking is leadership. You are crazy, you're a bomb bastard. Let us go and lack that leadership under our own territory. I don't want to lack leadership in a fraudulent, corrupt Nigeria. That Akintoye told us that if you do not kill the corruption, corruption will kill every single one of you. And like I said, a lot of you will die before your 52 years old birthday. It's not because you want to die, it's because the system is just not viable, it's not working. So it's better we kill Nigeria before it kills us. And if you are still one of those that doesn't want to kill Nigeria, look, the constitution of Nigeria just killed this Yoruba man. That's the only way I can put it. Because the fraudulent constitution, we talked about it so many times. This man is expecting the constitution to protect him, to make sure that he gets a dignity while he was alive, but he never got one. Rather, he died. So how many more do you want us to lose before we cry out? And don't cry to God. God has already divided that country with a river Niger. And British knew that, but because of their criminal activities on the soil, because of the resources that they are interested in, don't expect them to tell you that, we should not divide Nigeria. So I don't know where this criminal, Iyawo Tinubu, this woman called, Remi Tinubu, that was lambasting the Igbo people during the Lagos, the evidence is out there. Lambasting Igbo people. Now she wants to unite the same Igbo people to love Nigeria. The same Igbo people that British and Nigeria killed, over 5 million of them. So, you have not united Nigeria since the Biafra war. You now want to unite Nigeria because you are the president. You are crazy. You only have 4 years tenure. You go now, the Hausa comes in, and it will still be merry-go-round. So we don't want to live in that kind of society. We are not interested. What we want now is a total dissolution of Nigeria. And it's going to happen, and we are going to do everything within the capacity of the media to continue to highlight the fake country called Nigeria. Because Nigeria is a fake country put together in a fraudulent gangster way. Because what they did was they created Nigeria and then took the resources and then moved it out. And today, corruption has now become #1 crime against humanity. And that is why this young man died, because there was no support system to help him before he died. May his soul rest in peace. Maybe Iyawo Tinubu, Remi Tinubu should listen to this.
Impediment to Yoruba development. It's the impediment to Odua development. Without Nigeria, we won't be where we are. 1962, we were far ahead of South Korea and North Korea. We were far ahead of China even. We had television before France. We had radio before South Africa. Now look at where we are today. I think it's a shame that even any Yoruba man can be talking about restructuring at this point in time. What are we restructuring? This country that is already shot to pieces? I don't think that's what we want. But they are always talking about giving Nigeria a chance. The patience of Yoruba with Nigeria has come to an end.
As you've seen, the 1914 amalgamation is the reason why we lost another Yoruba man last week, Monday. How many more Yoruba people, how many more Hausa people must die because of the injustice in the north against them by the Fulani? How many more Middle Beltans have to die? How many more Christians have to die in Kaduna because they are Christians? How many more Muslims have to die because they are Muslim and they disagree with the ideology of the terrorism and the Boko Haram? Why are we telling lies against ourselves that we want to force ourselves to unite? Maybe I should show you these. Okay? Remember, we told you, and don't look at that woman's breast that I'm showing you. We thought it was going to be less than that, but we have now confirmed that after 1 year of Tinubu, over 13,500 human lives have lost. As at last year, it was just under 6,900. I showed you this before. Now we have to calculate this man as well. This one did not die of Fulani terrorists. He died of no medical facility in that crazy messed up country that you're calling a country. But that is never meant to be a country. Now, look at the screen. Former Yugoslavia. These are the countries that came out of it. Slovenia left that union in 1991. Heaven never dropped. Yoruba will leave Nigeria. Heaven is not going to drop. Okay, you that stupid Yoruba man saying shut up. Or denier. Heaven ò ní sọ̀kalẹ̀. Bóun ẹ̀ kó pe Jésù títí kó pànọ́bì kó pe babaláwo kò ní sí nǹkankan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ju pé gbogbo wa gbọ́dọ̀ padà sí territory wa olúkálùkù lọ dé pẹ̀lú ra wọn. We don't want to be dealing with the Hausas as part of Nigeria. I don't have that strength because every time you want to fight them, they will use this fake constitution, they will use their army. Let us have a Yoruba country where corruption will be used to buy anybody. We will buy you to Bati Jali, even if it's me that I've dived my hand into the government copper. Let them buy me. It's as simple as that. I don't have to be existing. So we will buy you. I'm a buy the country that will be. It's part of the constitution. We must buy you. I'm a kicking. There's no reason why you should be alive. Because the money that they are meant to use to fix the road, you have stolen the money. You want to take it to abroad. We're going to buy you. And your family will be detained. We will put them in the prison so that your generation will come up and they'll be telling your next generation that your father stole money from the Yoruba government. So nobody would dare want to steal. We'll buy you. So let's look at the former Yugoslavia. For those of you that keep thinking, oh, it's not going to happen. You are stupid. In 1991, it was happening in our lifetime. Up to 2006, Serbia left the Union. Kosovo left. It was streams of blood, but everybody left on their own. This country might not be doing well, but they are independent today. Montenegro, those are the countries that some of you bastard Yoruba people, those of you that believe in Nigeria, anyway, not the one that doesn't believe in Nigeria. You want to go and study in Croatia. You forgot that in 1991, Croatia were fighting for their own freedom. You're right. They can't continue forcing us to be together. They should please allow people to vote and decide whether they want to vote for unity. Fabric or separation, it is time, that they allow people to decide. But Tinubu said, look, it's about the fabric. Fabric, we're talking about human life here that are being, pie every day, and they're talking about fabric. What has fabric got to do with this? We don't want to be part of Nigeria. It is not a must that we have to be part of Nigeria. We don't want Nigeria. British created Nigeria. So let's take you to Macedonia. Macedonia is also doing very well. So while I'm looking at this country, what I'm going to do is, let me be giving you some of the background. We come back to, Remi Tinubu. I think she's crazy. Because how can she be telling us that she will use fabric, that we are going to wear on 1st of October to unite us? These people are crazy. We are talking about division that is on the table, separation that is on the, and don't look, separation is not a war. So I'm going to tell you some of those countries. So we're going to start with Slovenia. So while you are watching the screen, I'll be giving you the details about this country that you have on the screen. Okay? There might be those of you here that I can't show you anything. Shout out to every one of you. Please share the program and invite your other colleagues that are still thinking that they can fix the problem of Nigeria. Even Showore cannot fix Nigeria. That is why he wants revolution, so that everybody fight and we can go back to our tentacle. Now, Slovenia is 2.1 million according to the World Bank. Look, Slovenia left Yugoslavia in 1991. Heaven did not fall down. Maybe I'm giving you the background. I'm on the Google while you are looking at the screen. If you want to Google by, their capital is called Ljubljana. Their dialing code is +386. The area is about 20,271 kilometers. Their official language is not English. They don't have to speak English. They don't know anything called English. It is Britain that forced us to go and be speaking English. We are Yoruba. Yoruba ló yẹ ká máa sọ. Yoruba ló yẹ ká máa fi ṣe gbogbo nǹkan. Kó tó di pa ló ń kọ́ ABC. Kò sí tó kàn wá pẹ̀lú ABC. Èdè wa ló yẹ ká fi kọ́. Chinese doesn't care about English. That's why they send their children to come and study here, learn a bit of English and return back home. But our nation, we've used English to do corruption, to steal, to kill, to maim, and you want us to remain in that contraction. And Yoruba people that have PhD, that have master, will be telling you, no, let's get good leader. Everything will be smooth. You have bastard. I say it. Any Yoruba man that is still supporting Nigeria, you're a bastard. I'm saying it. You don't have to support Nigeria. Why do you have to support Nigeria when we're talking about preservation of the Yoruba people? We have to preserve who we are. If not, one day you will no longer be bearing anything called Yoruba anymore. The Chinese will just be doing all their rubbish on our soil, the Indian, the Pakistan, the Lebanese, everybody, So let's get Yoruba country and get the hell out of the mess. So Slovenia, their official language is Slovenia, okay? Their GDP is 60 billion. Please, it's not a big country, 2 million. That's about population of Alimosho local government per day. Now you go to Alimosho, you'll be fighting there to get the bus. Alimosho is meant to be a country of its own, if we look at it as an equivalent. So maybe some of you don't understand, but we have to open your skull and explain things to you, because some of you, Bia Ashemama Koini Koni, and so when Nigeria or a country, it can look, if you like, go to any of your church, whether Babade Boye, Kumuyi, Parasin, and every one of them, and be shouting, pray for Nigeria. God is not going to answer that prayer, because Nigeria is an evil country. Evil, evil country that has killed its own citizen. And what we need to do now is to kill it before it kills more citizens, because we can't be continuing like that. So, Bernie, Samson, or not Chi said nothing is precious than freedom, but many Nigerians don't understand that. All they want is, they want to become SSA, they want to steal money as well. When we have Yoruba country, if you steal money, we will buy you. We're going to buy you. It's as simple as that. We are not going to be going to court and be allowing you to have it. You will not have even legal team to support you and represent you. Now, I will go buy you straight away. Now, let's go to the next country. Anything you want to know more about Slovenia before we move away from Slovenia is in Slovenia is a country in the Central Europe. Should we look at their passport, the passport index? Let's look at their passport index to see where they are. Again, okay, let's first, is it part of European country? Maybe, I don't know. Let's ask. Is Slovenia? Okay, let's look at the passport index. According to the passport index, and that will tell us which country they can go to, which country they cannot visit. The Slovenia passport, if you happen to have a Slovenia passport, these are the countries that you will travel to. And don't come and tell me Nigerian passport, you can travel to many places as well. You cannot even go to South Africa. Hey, love South Africa. So let's see. You can visit. I want to look at top countries that many of us. So if you have a Slovenia passport, if you manage to get their children, go there and sort out your immigration and you jackpot there, because UK is getting tough, but if you can make it here, God bless you. Don't come and tell me how to get here. I don't care. You can go to Belgium for visa free. The country that is 2.5 million. You can't be inside a country of 200 million. Your country passport, no go Belgium. And Belgium has good relationship with Nigeria. No be juju be that. So some of you think that when we sit here, we don't know what we are talking about. This is how you look at country. Is it the bigger you want or to be smaller and then you can manage yourself? Because Nigeria cannot manage you. Nigeria itself cannot manage itself. So if you're one of those expecting Nigeria will manage you, Nigeria will make you to die and you will die quicker than even what God created for you to live. So we know now that a Slovenia passport will take you to Belgium. So let's go and look at another big country. I don't want to look at African country, because most of them are shit anyway. So let's go and look at Denmark, another beautiful place. If you have a Slovenia passport, just travel straight into Denmark. It's visa free. 2 million people. Let's look at another country. France. Why many of us struggle to travel from UK to Nigeria? If you don't have a British passport, you better make sure that you have Shanghai visa before you book that Air France, because they will disrespect you at Heathrow Airport. Okay, one of my friends wanted to travel. They disrespected him. He had to buy a new ticket. He has to buy another African ticket because he thought he can just you have indefinite stay, you have student visa, and you think you can just book any airline. No. They don't respect that Nigerian passport. I know it's still a country. We still have that passport. I still have my own. There's nothing wrong in that. It's still a country. But what we are saying is that, if you want to go to your country now, you want to go through Air France, you then have to go and apply for Shanghai visa, a country of 200 million. And Tinubu keeps going there for medical treatment. But a country that is only 2 million, don't go in Slovenia, just buy ticket, arrive in France, they say, welcome, enjoy yourself. Because they know that you're not going to stay there. They know you're going back to your country. It's only we that we leave our country, we are not going back home as well. So let's take another one. Germany. A lot of people love to visit Germany. As a Slovenia passport, you can go to Germany. Ghana is requiring visa. Look at your African country. Ghana say if your Slovenia passport wants to come to Ghana, they need a visa. Let's go and look at Nigeria. I'm sure Nigeria will tell them they need a visa as well. Nigeria now, Mashakodai. So if you're Slovenia and you want to go to Nigeria, you will definitely, it's an e-visa for 90 days. Okay. All right. Interesting time ahead in the life of Yoruba people that doesn't understand nothing. Well, I mean, even to come to UK, a Slovenian passport, you can stay here for 180 days. And they will tell you, we are Commonwealth citizens. If they born you well, just go and buy a ticket and go to Muritala Mohammed Airport and say you are going to UK. They will knock your head off. You think because your country is big, because Obama is saying, the biggest Black Africa, all this nonsense talk that tell you it's fake. They know that it's not a giant. Nigeria is not a giant. It's not even an elephant. It's an ant. So now I've given you the background of Slovenia. Now let's go and look at another country out of these, country that we're talking about. So let's go and look at Macedonia. Another country, Macedonia. So Macedonia, again, this population 2 million, just almost the same size with the first one known as Slovenia. So Macedonia, they don't have to speak English. It's a continent, it's Europe. They don't even understand English. The official language is Albania or Macedonia. Okay, so let's go to the next country. Central Serbia. So Central Serbia is another country that we're going to look into right now. Some of you don't understand what freedom is. You think freedom is moi. Central Serbia, also referred to as Serbia proper, is a region of Serbia lying outside the autonomous province of Vojvodina to the north, and a dispute with Kosovo. There's still a dispute there. The largest city is Belgrade. Okay, so again, all these small countries. Let's look at the population of Serbia. So population again is just under 5 million. So they are a little bit bigger than the rest of the other ones. So in case Tobaroque, you need a big country to operate. You don't need it. Why are you praying to be in a big country that is shit? Corruption is there. Your life is miserable. Death is coming to every single one of you every day because of the insecurity. Now, let's go and look at Kosovo. So Kosovo, again, its currency is euro. some of this country, Kosovo official, the Republic of Kosovo, is a country in the Southeast Europe with a partial diplomatic recognition. Partial. Kosovo lies a landlocked in the central of the Balkans, bordered by Serbia to the north and the east, North Macedonia to the southeast. We talk about capital is Pristina. The population 1.5 million. So, ṣé dandan ni pé ká wà nínú big country. Let's have a Yoruba country that is just under 60 something million or whatever the number is, and we can do well with ourselves. We can, do well with our lives before, we will all get very old, very, very old, and then we will go back to our creator. But you don't want that. You still want Babangida, all these criminals, that they're going to die very soon anyway. It's just that they don't want to die, but eventually they will die because death is going to come to them, especially for the evil they've done on each and every single one of us. So let's go swiftly, quickly, and touch the next one. Montenegro. Montenegro. Again, Montenegro, the population is just under, this one, they don't even reach 1 million. Okay? So you stupid Yoruba man, Yoruba woman telling me to shut up. We want to be in Nigeria. Give me a born Nigeria for you. Your life has been miserable. If you're in Nigeria, it's miserable. If you're outside Nigeria, it's miserable. Okay? The only thing that we enjoy is our own culture where we are. So if they are doing party today, Yoruba community, you will see them wearing Yoruba outfit. If they are doing Igbo community, you will see them wearing Igbo outfit. I don't know whether outside they do any party in Europe. I don't see them much, So why are you not wearing a Nigerian outfit? Why are you not wearing a Nigerian clothes? Why are you not eating a Nigerian food? You know why? Because there's nothing called Nigeria. There's nothing called Nigeria. And maybe you don't know that. Maybe I should tell you with this.
There is no land called Nigeria. There is no language called Nigeria. There are no people called Nigerians. We are only deceiving ourselves.
We are not Nigerian.
Okay, where is Nigeria? Where is the land called Nigeria? What is the Nigerian language? We are nations that had been forced together to live in one pathetic country. So anybody who goes there today to say pray for Nigeria, that person is just deceiving himself, because the people who want to be that Nigeria had not sat down to agree if they want to be Nigeria.
The way a woman called Tinubu wants us to unite in Nigeria. She wants us to unite so that we all go and buy this pipe break, Alora Shaw, and then October 1st, Koiki will wear that uniform and you will wear it as well. And we will all meet in Nigerian High Commission. And we will shake our hand and say we love each other. Yeah, I mean, we are human beings. We love each other naturally, but we don't want to be in the same country. Not everything in this country we love, but we don't have any choice. We are living here, we respect their laws. You cannot abuse the gay, you cannot abuse the lesbian. Because you say you want to live here, if you don't want to live in that society, you go back to a country where they will oppress you. So a lot of us are living here to manage ourselves here. We are given opportunity. A lot of what I'm doing here, I can't do it in Nigeria. It's not a country, and that is meant to be a democracy. But it looks like, Tinubu is now operating, a craziness. So where is the Nigerian language? Where is the Nigerian land? You, this stupid idiot that will come and be telling us is about leadership. We are not talking about leadership here. Come and give me the landmark. Which one is Nigerian land? Which one is Nigerian language? Which one is Nigerian food? Come bastard. So let's move swiftly because there's still... So Montenegro, you where you want to go Montenegro now, and they go tell you, do you have a visa? What are you coming to do in our country? The population is not even 700,000. The whole population of Montenegro this evening is 617,213. Not even up to some of our local government. So let's move swiftly and go to the next one before the last. Croatia. Croatia. I'm sure a lot of them, I think Croatia, they play good football. Isn't it? Their population is not that much. It's not even up to 4 million. It's only 3.8 million, according to the World Bank. Their language is Croatian. They know they speak English. They don't understand English. English is a fraud by Britain. Their capital is Zagreb. Zagreb. Croatia, officially the Republic of Croatia, is a country in the central and the southeast Europe on the coast of the Adriatic Sea, which we have sea, River Niger. They don't divide us. They don't divide us. Stay your own lane. everybody stay on their own until they pour oil and water, put them together, and then Tinubu says, look, Koiki, just help me tell your people on this platform that I've brought a new clothes. It's good for every one of us to wear it in October 1st. It will unite us. So it looks like Nigerian football is not uniting us anymore. So, they've now gone to bring this fabric to come and unite us. Let's talk about the last country before we move swiftly forward as well. Yes, so Croatia, they have a good football team. I know that because I think, at least if I don't even know football, I know a little bit. So the last country is called Bosnia. So let's go and look at Bosnia. Bosnia and Herzegovina. Bosnia and Herzegovina is a country on the Balkan Peninsula in the southeastern Europe. It is a countryside. It's home to medieval villages, just like which we have. The population again is 3.2 million. They have a language, Serbian, Croatian, or Bosnian. So Yoruba people, which language you be your own? English. Stop speaking vernacular, idiots. So it's just on a lighter note. We're not here to curse you. We're not here to disrespect you. It's just to bring your conscious mind that whatever we're experiencing in our life in that contraction today is not our fault. It's the fault of our forefathers that probably did not finish the fight to not even allow the 1914 amalgamation to exist in the first place. So what we can do now is to stop it. And we got to stop it now because there is no much time. We don't have the time. If you keep saying, let's do it another year, you are giving room to criminal politicians from Edo to Imo to North to the Southeast to the Southwest. They are all criminal politicians. That is their job. The job of criminals are criminals. Fayoshe is a criminal. Fayemi is a criminal. Name every one of them. The Igbo one, they are criminal. I thought the Benue State one, until I realized it's also a criminal. The one that was the former governor, that I interviewed the other time. They are all criminals. And when they finish the governorship, they go and sit in the Senate. They sit down there. They will bribe their way in. They don't want to go because that is part of the corruption. And they know that when we have a Biafra country, they are not corrupt. When you have a Yoruba country, I don't know whether they will allow corruption, but we must not tolerate corruption when we have our country. So, as we prepare you, maybe again, we remind you that if you do not allow the country to dissolve, you are preparing for more problem ahead. Listen to this, I'm coming back.
Thinking about how we've been having this conversation about the unity of Nigeria. And I reflect back at some of the prominent statements made by some of our founding leaders. And I feel that probably this will help us to have a conversation on the Nigerian unity. I just brought four, not to bore you. First, and I quote, not my statement, Nigeria is not a nation. It's a mere geographical expression. There are no Nigerians in the same sense as there are English, Welsh, or French. The word Nigerian is merely a distinctive appellation to distinguish those who live within the boundaries of Nigeria from those who do not. This is accredited to Chief Obafemi Awolowo, the former Prime Minister of the Western region. The second one, and I quote, it is true that we politicians always delight in talking loosely about the unity of Nigeria. 60 years ago, there was no country called Nigeria. What is now Nigeria consisted of several large and small communities, all of which were different in their outlooks and beliefs. The advent of the British and that of Western education has not materially altered the situation, and the many and varied communities have not knit themselves into a composite unit. This is accredited to Sir Amadu Bello, former Premier of Northern Region. The third, and I quote, since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country. But the Nigerian people themselves are historically different in their backgrounds, in their religious beliefs and customs, and do not show themselves any sign of willingness to unite. The Nigerian unity is only a British intention for the country.
If you don't allow we Biafrans to go, that zoological republic called Nigeria will be a worse place than Somalia, and today it is happening. And if you have not applied for your Somalian visa, please try and do so. Should I say Somali visa? Try and do so as quickly as possible, because the zoo is on the path of destruction, and there is nothing man can do to reverse it. Mark today's date and what I'm telling you. Nigeria will be destroyed beyond human comprehension.
I love that word. Nigeria will be destroyed beyond human comprehension. If you like, look, call America to come and save Nigeria. America cannot save Nigeria. Britain, that they live inside, cannot save Nigeria. They know that. France, Germany. If they like, let them put all their military together, go inside Nigeria. Now we get the land. No be America get down. No be Britain get down. It was all the fraud from British Empire that we are now going to destroy. We're going to destroy it. That's the right word. We're going to destroy it. How we're going to destroy it is what you want to know. You're not going to know that. We are not acting movie here. Look, British know what I'm talking about. We're going to destroy that last empire. We will bring it down. This generation, this our generation. Forget about the generation that left that couldn't complete the job. The Oluwole and the Zik and all that, because there were too much frictions that the British was adding to their own, because they didn't want them to come together there. So sometimes people say, hey, don't do with the Igbos. Shut up. I will do with the Igbos to destroy Nigeria. That is the job that we are doing now. Use our media to destroy everything called Nigeria. British government, MI5 know that I'm talking about this. It's nothing. It's called self-determination. Even the Scottish people want exit out of this union. And I don't see United Kingdom holding for another couple of decades. Maximum 2 decades. This country will collapse. Scotland will go their separate ways. Wales will go their separate ways. And everybody will decide, their fate. Bomb bastard politicians, criminals. Now, because I need to go and make, I know I'm not in Nigeria. My daughter needs to eat. So I'm going to play this video. It's going to take a while. Listen to your Boko Haram, Sambisa forest. How IBB created another country inside Nigeria. We used to thought that Sambisa was one place that we cannot see on the map. It's like a deep forest. Nalayo, listen to this man. You will be shocked that Sambisa is another country of its own inside Nigeria. Only God knows how many resources is there that they protect it. IBB surround it with fence. How much I don't know, but they are criminal. That's why he went to build his house in the hilltop, and he will not stand up till he die. Because that his leg will never stand up. If you like, let him spend another 30 years on this world. He will not stand up on his feet like we used to know him as a military man. Because he killed Delegiwa and so many innocent Nigerians. And he will see until Biafra will come out. If Abasanjo let him sleep in Mina 200-300 times, we will break Nigeria. The end of Nigeria is where we are. Whether it's spiritual people talking or not, we are determined. We will use our media to expose the lies that the British have done for a very long time, and that's exactly what we're doing. So let me go and prepare, my daughter dinner. Enjoy this one, and I'll be listening from my kitchen. If you're new to this platform, all you can do for me is just share the program and enjoy it as well.
This man was kidnapped by Boko Haram in 2014. How many of you remember the story of how Boko Haram kidnapped Chibok girls? They wanted him to be a teacher in Sambisa forest, and he's going to share his story today. So can you tell us what happened?
Yes, in 2014, I was in school. Boko Haram came to me. They said that they'll take me to Sambisa to be their teacher in Sambisa. So from that, I have nothing to say. I just agree. They take me to Sambisa. They give me one room aside. They put me inside that room. About 3 weeks ago, I didn't get anything. They only give me water to drink. I spent 3 weeks without taking food, without taking bath. So They take me out. They said, okay, let's go to our elder. That is their commander. We call Shekau. So we went there. They said that, look at this man. She's a teacher. He's a teacher. So we bring him here to teach our children. I even check her with Shekau. She say, you are welcome. I said, thank you, sir. We check her very well. So from there, one of their commander called Bana from Bama. He came to me. He said, okay, madam, so tomorrow you are going to start our your teaching. I said, okay, sir, thank you. They give me chalk and they give me the textbook that I'm going to teach. So he took me there, and from there I saw that girl that I told you. That I saw her there. So as I entered the class, they will stand up and say, Salam alaikum. That is greeting. I say, alaikum salam. I say, Ijilis. That is sit down. They sit. So that man, he supervised me. How can I go to start this teaching? I write on the board. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I write on the board that in the name of the Father. I write it. Then I start explaining. I write alphabet in the with language of Arabic. I write it. Batasa up to Z in Arabic language. Then man says, he got to me. He says that yes, you are really a fine teacher, but we are not going to leave you to go. You are here since you are here up to your date here. I said no problem, sir. I agree.
Wait, I'm trying to understand. Okay, so they told you you'll be here till you die. That you are going to, okay, they brought him to a classroom to test his proficiency if he can actually write in Arabic, because they wanted him to teach the students in the Sambisa forest Arabic.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm curious, does Boko Haram have any issues with mathematics and English?
No, sir.
Then why were they angry at you that you were teaching mathematics and English?
They say is bad. That's haram. That is Boko Haram. This Boko is actually when you are teaching, or you are a teacher, or you are working, you are a policeman, you are a soldier, whatever you are, whatever you are. If you are not speaking Arabic language, you are not teaching a religion that is Arabic. All what you are doing is haram.
Okay, I'm trying to understand something here. A lot of us might not know what Boko Haram means. I think Boko means Western education.
Yeah.
And then Haram means forbidden.
Yes.
So what it stands for is that Western education is forbidden. And they were angry at him that why is he teaching English and mathematics? Why is he not teaching Arabic? That was when he was adopted, and they kept him there for 3 weeks. He did not bathe. He did not eat any food. He was only drinking water. How did you survive for 3 weeks without food?
Yes, sir. This is how they give me that punishment. So after 3 weeks, one woman called Fatima, she brought me small food and soup. She said, look at, this food. I'm the one who brought it, but not their wish. I just hide this food for you because I'm a human being. Human being cannot live without eating food. But don't tell you I'm the one who did it for you. So she hiding it inside that we call a gown. She hiding it. Then she bring it for me. She begging me, don't tell them that I'm the one who give you this food. I said no. She begging me seriously.
Wait, but how did you survive 3 weeks without food? It's unbelievable if you ask me.
No.
You survived 3 weeks without food.
Yes. 3 weeks without food, any water. God who made me.
Wow. You went through a lot.
Yes. So
you started teaching them?
Yes. I'm teaching them with this hunger.
When you started teaching them, they began to feed you, right?
Yes. When they began to feed me, so they carried me to other room. They transfer me from that room to other room near commander called Shekau. So from there, if in the morning, all of us in the morning, we are used to go to that place and greet that man. If you see that man, Shekau, you are not believe that man. He's a Boko Haram. He's very jovial. He's playing and he's talking jovial to you, and he's not talking something bad for you. No.
He doesn't shout. He doesn't get angry.
No.
He's very friendly.
Very, very friendly. You see, she said, you are a very good man. We are going to stay for you ever and ever. You are going nowhere, and we are going to put a watchman for you. That is to guide me. They put two men as a watchman.
To make sure you don't escape.
Yes. So I told them I'm not going anywhere.
And you told them that you are not going anywhere.
Yes.
That you will stay.
Yes.
You started enjoying the place.
Yes. So, sir, actually that place, actually, I let you tell you, actually, to go to me, that place, hi. If it is that place, and even these people, they are coming to us. That Red Cross, they are coming. Give us food, give us clothes.
Red Cross used to come there.
Exactly. They used to come there and give us clothes and.
Wait. You mean the Sambisa forest where you were kidnapped?
Yes.
With Shekwao, the Boko Haram commander? Red Cross Society would come there to give people food.
They are coming, actually, and that place is not as you know that its light is there.
Eh?
Light is there.
There's light.
Yes, there's pump.
There's pump.
There's market, big market.
There's market.
Yes,
so people enjoy.
Yeah, so that place is not as you see, as you hear that is some for. No, the place is very as is built with a big wall there.
There's a very big wall surrounding it.
Yeah, that man, the time that he was a president, Ibrahim Babangida, he's the one who round that place with a wall.
There's enough food.
Enough food. Seriously, enough food, sir. But as you see,
what other things were people enjoying there?
Huh?
What other thing were people enjoying?
Yeah, we are enjoying. We are working together and talking together. But you are not talking any word except Arabic. Or if you're not here Arabic, you talk in Hausa, but you are not allowed to talk in English there.
You're not allowed to speak English?
No, because it's haram.
Okay, they don't promote English.
No, they don't.
What are some things that Boko Haram don't tolerate?
No, sir, these people, if they catch you that you are taking cigarette, they'll shoot you.
Cigarette?
They shoot you down. If they take you, if they say you are telling lie, something is not correct that you don't lie. If they verify that this what you're saying is lie, they will shoot you.
So they have very serious discipline.
Exactly.
I also heard that if you put on clothes like this, you are not supposed to wear English cap.
Actually,
that if you also wear trouser, the trouser should stop here.
Like this, you see, this is how they are. And
I can't wear trouser that stop
no,
here.
and even shoe.
I can't wear this kind of shoe.
No, actually, the shoe that they want that private people use, or boot. But if you see them dressing, if you don't understand, if you see them dressing, you think that they are army. But the difference is only in distance. They have the something to round their hair, their head. That's the difference between them and soldier. But they have camouflage and the boot, and they have many guns. Sir. They have Mark 4, B3, any gun, any weekend gun. The people they have it.
How they getting this gun?
Actually, I don't know. Actually, I don't know where the people that get that gun.
In the camp, did they give you any woman?
No.
They didn't give you any woman?
No. They told me that you are not going to give you wife here till we see your attitude. Well, till we see how you are moving here. Then we are good. Then we are give you wife there. So that man called Suman Buba. came to me, say, Madam, get ready. I said, what? Get ready. I want you to go out today. I said, how? I said, no. They are planning to kill you. But I don't want to see them to kill you. They are planning to kill you. So get ready. As you are my teacher, I'm not allowed anybody to kill you here. If I allowed it, God will punish me. I said, thank you. He give me shirt and he give me food for a shoe. I wear it. He covered me with machine. Actually, that way, I never see that kind of forest in my life. So this man convey me with machine, sir. Huh? He speak like on the like on mirror. Then we are not to enter Gaza. Then he dropped me. I don't know that place. I'm just walking. So as I'm coming, I saw armies. He said, stop there, stop. See Boko Haram, stop there. Hands up. I said, my hands are. Actually, they come. They even afraid to come close to me. You see? They checked me. They asked me to pull my shirt. I told your trouser. I told only I with my.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for your time tonight. My question earlier is that are there political motivation for the rise of banditry in the the northwestern region of the country? Who are those that are backing or supporting or fueling banditry in the region? Your Excellency, can you hear me?
Yes, please, can you repeat yourself?
All right, so I'm saying, my question is, who are there those who are backing and politically motivating banditry in the northwestern region?
Thank you very much. There are so many insinuations as to what causes the banditry in our region, but to me, and to my understanding and from the little knowledge I have, being the governor of the state for almost a year now, I understand that the issue of the hypothesis behind political motives about banditry is not true. I think purely what causes banditry in our place, the root cause of it was injustice. There were a lot of injustices that were done on the planet, which causes this problem to spring over time.
Imagine a sitting governor telling us that injustice is the reason why we are facing a lot of insecurity in Nigeria. Bí ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tó sọ, ó ní is because of the injustice to Fulani that is not part of Nigeria at the beginning. Fulani that only came into Nigeria in the 18th century, when Yoruba land has been existing as far back as more than 13,000 years. Ó wá ní injustice to the people that came to kill, maim. Let's listen further. This is Koiki Media at exactly 6:20, almost 6:20 p.m. local time. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn tíìmù wa. Bóyá ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tó sọ, ẹ jẹ́ ká continue.
This thing has been with us for a very long time, and it has started small, and it has grown big now. And then there are some collaborators from the houses who are staying within the towns, who are serving as the providers of logistics to those bandits. But the issue of the hypothesis behind there is some foreigners involved, there are some people from the foreign land that are coming to inflict this thing on our people is purely a political statement by some people who just want to use that as a political goal to them. In the issue of security, then secondly, what also causes the recruitment under the logistic services for the bandit was as a result of poverty. Because of price.
So because of poverty, people have now decided to arm themselves because of poverty. Can the Yoruba people also start arming themselves because of poverty? Since there's poverty in Yoruba land, since there is poverty inside Yoruba land, because that is exactly what this criminal governor of Katsina is telling us, that the injustice against the Fulani is the reason why we are facing a lot of problems in Yoruba land and other part of Nigeria. And he also said that, and I quote from his own word, that it is because of the poverty. So poverty has now allowed them to invade the military barracks, kill innocent Nigerians for ransom, and nothing has been done. Let us listen back to that section again. In terms of, I know there's a bit of background noise, but okay? Let me mute my mic.
This thing on our people is purely a political statement by some people who just want to use that as a political goal to them. In the issue of security, then secondly, what also causes the recruitment under the logistics services for the bandit was as a result of poverty. Because surprisingly, with 2,000, 5,500 naira, you can be able to convince some of the youth to.
So can I also convince a Yoruba man that, look, I will give you more than 500 naira and you will start terrorism? Terrorism, see, we can no longer live in this contraction. A sitting governor is telling us that, look, for 500 naira, anybody will carry gun, they will join Boko Haram. So that means how many people are ready to join this Boko Haram and how many of them have already joined? Let's finish listening to this governor of Katsina State.
Join into this exercise which brings about money. And now it has turned out to be a business venture.
So terrorism has now turned to business venture. Business venture. Ṣé káwa náà kúkú start this business venture since they've been able to destabilize Nigeria? Because the reason why an average Nigerian cannot travel from point A to B is due to the fact that there's so much terrorism happening on our land. But we don't want to go through that route because our kinship terrorists, and we don't want the international community to see the Yoruba people as terrorists. So what we then need to do is to ask for self-determination under the United Nations, which is exactly what we are doing right now. Because our no terrorism to pull out of Nigeria. Look, we can become violent. People think that, violence is for one person. No, violence, look, the British use violence against us, but we don't want to go through that route. That is why we want to be peaceful. So why not allow us to pull out using the self-determination so that we can have a peaceful future? Let's leave this, another stupid northern governors telling the Yoruba people and Nigerians, well-educated people, that look, you cannot do anything because poverty is on the land, and we will make sure that these people will continue to invade your territory. But somebody warned us, but because we are Yoruba people, we don't listen.
Which is it for you, Dr. Obadiah? Do you think the government is unwilling or unable to protect the people of Southern Kaduna?
In fact, it is not only unable, it is unwilling, and we have good reason to feel that they are part and parcel of the killers. Let me make some revelations.
That's a very big allegation, Dr. Obadiah.
I'll play that again. Do you know that these journalists, I laugh when they, this allegation, which allegation? Which allegation? Malafia had a first-hand intelligence that the people that this man is talking about, this teacher, is saying that, look, this teacher was kidnapped in 2014 into Sambisa. We thought Sambisa was a forest, but it's not a forest. Sambisa is another country that Babangida created to fight the jihad against other parts of Nigeria. But Malafia warned us all. He told us to prepare, that the people behind it are the same sponsorship of the government and will not sponsor terrorism. But Yoruba people, we are too lenient. They kill us, we will shout. They massacre us, we will cry. I don't know what we are crying for. America is not going to, look, America is not coming to save you. Neither is Britain going to save you. We need to save ourselves, and that is why self-determination will be able to do justice on that. Let's go back to Malafia, and may so rest in peace. You're watching Koiki Media Live at exactly 1 hour, 16 minutes into the program.
Is part and parcel of the killers.
Yes.
That's big.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. How would the government just say, oh, it is revenge killing and so on? Then you leave it there. Oh, because it is revenge killing and so on and so forth. The body language of this administration, the body language of the state government shows clearly that they have a hand in the killings. No doubt about it. Because, you see, General Abacha, and
but we can cite you, we can steal you, we can see your comment. We appreciate you all. Please continue to share this program. It is important that we educate millions of Nigerians, that we don't have issue with each other. We can never be united. We are better off to divide, and then we can go back and build brick by brick. How we build our own is completely nothing to your own. No, that's not the. How we build our own country is not your problem, the Biafra. How Biafra build their country is not our problem. If Arewa wants to be an Islamic country, it's entirely up to them. If they want to allow more terrorists in their country, but we don't want that, and that is exactly what Malafia is saying. I'm going to move away from Malafia. I want us to now listen to Chief Tola Adeniyi, even though, I might not agree with him now because of his views with Akintoye, but he spoke very well in some of his previous video, and that's the reason why I'm still using this video, because he said something that in 1,000 years, so how the Yoruba people are thinking that we will do with Ganduje? Don't you know that Ganduje is a Fulani? Ganduje is giving birth. The Ganduje family has married the Ajimobi. That's they're creating another family of Fulani stroke Yoruba people. And yet, you think that we can become friends because some of them have married us, like Oluwole and all these stupid bomb bastards that are thinking that, oh, you can manage them. You cannot manage these people. So let's leave Malafia, and the next video coming up now is Chief Tola Adeniyi warning the Yoruba people, even in 1,000 years. Let's agree that we have used 400 years. Are you saying that in another 600 years, we still will be fighting to save our people? Why not let's kill Nigeria right now, bring it back down, go back to our own different territory, and then build a country full of security that will not allow such to happen in our lifetime and after we have all died. Once again, this is Koiki Media bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Let's go into that video now.
They drink, they fornicate, they do all the things that all human beings do. So it's not a question of religion. There's no question of anybody being truly a Muslim there. Even I knew a chief judge who was supposed to be leading Muslim prayers, who anytime he came to me in my official residence, he would put brandy or whiskey in a mug and be drinking, and they will smoke and all that. So I don't think it's religion. When they started this Sharia, how many of them are obeying the Sharia? How many of them? No, not none of their leaders. So it's not religion per se, but they use religion to deceive people and say Hausas were not Muslims at all. So they say, well, let's give you a superior religion, we'll give you Islam. But that didn't apply to the South because we've had Muslims in Yoruba land even before 14th century.
So truly, what we are fighting against, or what is going on, is clash of culture.
And civilizations.
And civilizations.
That's right.
Not really the Fulani versus the Igbo or the Fulani versus the Yoruba.
No.
It's clash of civilizations.
Yes, clash of civilizations and clash of cultures. Yes, you're right.
That means we have not really integrated as a people.
Never. We have never been.
So the word the Nigerian people is a fallacy. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Because, again, in those days, you will say, there have always been Igbo markets, Hausa markets in Enugu. There have always been Sabos in Shagamu. But those Sabos were occupied by Hausas. Hausas are peaceful people. We traded in Colonial. We did even the few Fulanis that came with them at that time, when you had the Sabo in Shagamu or in Ibadan here, they would still look for one Fulani man and make him their Seriki.
How did the Hausa accept
they were subdued. They were subdued.
Despite their large number.
Yes, they were subdued. Of course, they killed, they ruined, they extirpated their 7 kingdoms. They killed their 7 rulers and took over under the guise of religion. Another thing they used, they used the word corruption. Oh, your people are corrupt. We are saints. Your people are corrupt. They've always used the word corruption to deceive people.
But the jihad is over. How come the Hausa man is yet to claim that Hausaness again?
It's just now that the efforts we are making in the South have begun to yield fruits. You will be surprised to hear that now in Hausa land, we now have Hausa Christians. Never had that before. Never. You now have Middle Belt Forum that are saying we are not Northerners, we are Middle Belters. We are not Northerners. Don't call us Northerners. Now, when you see a Jukum man or you see a Lantan man and you say you are Hausa or you are Fulani, he will be angry. He may even draw his dagger. Don't call me Fulani. I'm not Fulani. I'm not Hausa. What we did not know until recently is that when you call a Fulani man Hausa, he will be angry. He will say Banzani. Because he knows that I'm superior to Hausa. Can you say I'm Hausa? But before now, before Buhari came to establish his suzerainty over Nigeria, we all lumped all of them together. We're Northerners. And like I wrote some 4 years ago, there's no North. There's no North that we used to know. The North is dead. There's nothing called North anymore.
So there's a Fulani now standing on his own.
He's standing on his own. There's no more North. If they try any war today, oh God of mercy. The kind of cohesion you had in the army, the military in 1966, will never happen again in this country, if there is a country at all. You will not find a Hausa soldier now, an Igbo soldier going to Enugu to kill a fellow Igbo. You will not even find an Igbo soldier coming to Ibadan to kill a Yoruba man, or a Yoruba soldier going to Enugu to kill an Igbo man. It will not happen again. So the Lantan people, the Benue people will never ever allow themselves to be used by any Fulani mischief maker.
So if I'm getting you right, your argument is that the Fulani hegemony has been broken.
Dead.
If the Fulani hegemony has been broken,
yes,
does it mean that the social structure of Nigeria is about to witness a very hard hit that will lead to a new Nigeria?
Yes, for those who agree with you to the extent of the fact that there are still some people who want a Nigeria, a group that I don't belong to. But for such people, yes, with the weakening of Fulani hegemony, there could be a Nigeria that will integrate the Soba Fulanis, the town Fulanis, and still reconstruct, rebuild, and then have a Nigeria that should be. But I, as a person, as Tola Deni, believe that it will take probably 1,000 years to change the mindset of a Fulani person, whose philosophy is kill, maim, rape, send away people from their land and let me occupy it.
That is the bush Fulani.
It is the bush Fulani.
Not the town Fulani.
Not the town Fulani.
And the town Fulani is more in number.
No! The town Fulani is less than 1%.
How did you get that figure?
Oh, go and find out. Let them allow. Let them allow a sense. What are the Fulani? There are very few. The ones who have in Abuja, or the few that dot spaces in Sokoto. I'm sure that that Sokoto, as we speak, is not a Fulani. It's not a Fulani town.
Is it not?
No, that's a mistake we make. Zamfara is not a Fulani town. There are more houses in Zamfara than Fulani. There are more houses in Kano than Fulani.
But the Fulani govern.
They are in town. They are in charge.
Yes, so it's their town.
Yes. By subterfuge, by cunning, by crookedness, by all sorts of gimmickry.
Or by integration.
Not integration. By intimidation.
Did you hear that word? By not integration, by intimidation. So the mistake that the Yorubas are doing, and those call themselves Nigerians, that they think that Ganduje is a good man. They don't know that Ganduje has the same blood as a Fulani man. They think that he has become a normal person because he's schooled in Ibadan, as they always tell us. And there are many of them like that. The El Rufai. You heard that there's nothing called Sokoto. The Sokoto Caliphate have been destroyed long time ago. But the bastard Yoruba man and bastard Yoruba woman will tell you, no. We can integrate with them because, bastard Ajimobi that died, that we don't even know whether, his soul is still far away out of that our Yoruba territory, that went to put his children to marry a Fulani man called Ganjuje's children. And imagine now, we now have blood Fulani inside Yoruba. Those are the bastards that will be telling you, Koiki, shut up. We're not going to break up Nigeria. We're going to break up Nigeria. By fire, by force. That country must break. Because we don't want to live in an intimidation Fulani country. So you are expecting us to save Nigeria because of one stupid Yoruba man that is there called Tinubu. Some bastard. And that is why Oluwole Tinubu is telling us, no, let me read it to you. Oluwole Tinubu, the wife of the president, has now unveiled hashtag. He's even put, so he knows about hashtag, the same one that they did not allow innocent Nigeria to make use of the social media and make good money. He's talking about one Nigeria unity, true fabric to be worn on Independence Day. So they want us to wear this fabric. They want us to, oh, sorry, you are not seeing exactly what I'm showing. So let's leave this man in. Okay, let's finish watching this video because I want to show you that fabric. So I'm going to mute my mic again.
And I said they are politically savvy. What they did to the rest of Nigeria.
I want you to listen to this very well. What they did to Nigeria, make Abiola, a billionaire. And at the end of the day, now they kill Abiola. And they go kill Tinubu if Tinubu not careful. They go kill. Look, don't tell me they cannot kill Tinubu. Abiola was something that we thought he was never going to be killed. The same people killed him. The same bastard Babangida and Obasanjo are laughing, drinking wine. And I'm sure sometimes they will remember Abiola. They say we kill him. So you think that they cannot kill Tinubu? If Tinubu let him continue to pump money into the military and beg them not to have a coup. Because I'm told that Tinubu is pumping money to the military. I'm in a monitor, as I'm speaking to you right now, I'm in my meeting, a prayer meeting, which I cannot afford to stop this program. So that's why I'm trying to manage to play as much video because the prayer is very, very important. And we are remembering our sister, our mother, our auntie that died, Mrs. Janet Fashaki. That's why I got my ears plugged there. So, it's just about 6 of us. And the prayer will be ending in another 20 minutes. So, right on this phone. So, imagine they want us to love Nigeria. What happened to my camera? It looks like my camera is frozen, is it? I think it's back. They want us to love Nigeria by wearing one uniform called fabric. We'll come back to that in a minute. Ẹ̀yẹ́ máa ṣe àmì, kẹ́ máa ṣàṣẹ, à ń ṣàdúrà fún ìyá wa Janet Fashaki and we will continue to remember her for a very long time. This prayer has been going on for the last 3 years. Only 6 of us every Tuesday.
When they realized that the Fulani in the military, they could no longer use the military to retain power indefinitely. Since they've had power, they had access to the treasury, they say, oh yes, Edmund is from the east or wherever, brilliant man, he may likely oppose us and contest with us and rival us. Let's make him an ambassador. Let's give him an oil block. Let's make him a billionaire. We padlock his mouth. Let's get an Abiola. Make him a billionaire. Let's get this. Let's get that. And make them big. They will never be able to look us in the face. Then we can continue. Looting the treasury, we can continue. And once when we are in control of the treasury, we are in control of everywhere.
Now, they are not in control of the treasury, at least for the next 3 years, because the criminal Tinubu is now in charge of the treasury. Jagaban. Jagaban. Jagaban is now in charge of the treasury. So he doesn't need their money anymore. He can dip his hand. And when people dip their hand, when we have a Yoruba country, we are going to buy them. So if Tinubu dips his hand, for those of you saying, hey, Tinubu to my Yoruba nation president. No, he cannot, because we know what he has done by dipping his hand in Lagos State. He's currently dipping his hand in Nigeria, money now. We've had Onando, we've had all kind of things with his children. Dipping hand, one toward leprosy, one bonue. And you want us to come and bring somebody like this to come and run a Yoruba country on our behalf. Or you want me to go and call Fayemi the criminal, or Fayoshe the criminal. Name them. Oshoba. Every single Oshoba could not build a good hospital. They are all taking treatment in London. How many of your own father, your mother, can come and take treatment in UK? This is the end of Nigeria. But this media war and propaganda, you don't go stop here. All we just need is you continue to fund it, continue to support it. That is all you need to do, so that we will be able to stand gidigba with them. Because we know that Tinubu is using his own deep pocket inside the government coffer when they pay him $100 million. We don't know where the money is. So he will use his TVC to convince the average stupid Nigerians that nothing is happening, and they will use that criminal channels television to deceive you. Only Arise seems to be fighting them because they lost out as well with the PDP, because we know the person that owns Arise is a PDP man. So they are all criminals, bomb bastard politicians and their media. After week 17, our next topic will be media. I've already seen the topic, but we are talking about corruption. What corruption has done in our life, if we do not kill corruption, and what I mean by kill corruption is to exit Nigeria. I'm not telling you to keep corruption in Nigeria, because you cannot kill that corruption while Tinubu is there. Because Tinubu doesn't need the Fulani anymore now, at least for the next 3 years. We will not hit our coffer. So let's leave that alone and come out of that. Now you can see Oluremi unveils hashtag One Nigeria / Unity fabric to be worn on Independence Day. Hallelujah. So let's read quickly. The First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, yesterday unveiled hashtag One Nigeria / Unity fabric, a symbol of national unity and cultural diversity, with a declaration that the fabric will be worn nationwide to commemorate this year Independence Day. You know, go better for you, Olushi. So we are talking about Nnamdi Kanu, that your husband should have released. You have not done that. You have not even think about that. That can bring some kind of unity to start with. So you want uniform to be put on by the Igbo people, or the Biafra they call themselves, and the Yorubas. Maybe the Afonjas will be wearing it. Don't expect people like us to wear it. So these people don't care about humanity. Nnamdi Kanu is still there, going to how many years now? Let's agree that Tinubu did not kidnap him. So only Tinubu lati mo pe e ko release Nnamdi Kanu. Who is he scared for? Is Tinubu scared of the British government? Because we know that the British are scared of the Yorubas. They know what we can do. They are very concerned. They're worried because they know that you can't release Nnamdi Kanu and you will tell him, "Oh, don't do Biafra nation anymore." Are you mad? Are you mad? So you think that because Nnamdi Kanu you will release him, say, "Oh, Nnamdi Kanu, oh yeah, sign, no more Biafra nation." Bomb bastards. So they are more concerned about the fabric than the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu by Boko Haram, dead or alive, like I always call him. Doesn't matter whether he's alive, he's dead. What difference does it make? The man will not die. What has been is different. This is not the time to joke. This is the time to support the dissolution, the amalgamation of this fraudulent country they call Nigeria. And the media job is bigger than anything, apart from IGBOHO is giving us 7%. Because IGBOHO is 7% out of this Yoruba nation. Without IGBOHO, you cannot get Yoruba country. All this way, this pastor, they say, IGBOHO cannot do anything now. God is... No, God has chosen him. He's a chosen one. Not that we don't have many of them. Where is Gani Adams? Gani Adams is just there, put on white clothes and, with his appa like that. That they kill Yoruba people. He cannot put... His voice does not even reckon anymore in Yoruba land. Let IGBOHO speak now. If I call him now, everybody will copy that video and they will send it all over the place and everybody will shit in their pants. So look at Remi Tinubu. Out of all the problem in Nigeria today, they are more concerned about Asho, Amawo, Asho, Loma unite you. So they think that fabric will unite us. These people are crazy. They are bomb bastards, like I always call them. So if you are one of those Yorubas, you sit down in your corner and say, Koiki, shut up. You know, go better for your papa and your mama. You never tell me to shut up. That man, he died on Monday, a week ago. For 2 hours, there was no bandit camp. Remi Tinubu could not say, look, every part of Nigeria, every 774 local government, it is time to rise people, to train them about first aid and make sure that they deliver first aid to every local government. Olori Buruku and Sorasho. This man died because they could not get him out of the location where he was pinned down for 2 hours. These people are completely out of sight to what is happening in reality. So it's only those stupid Yoruba people fighting the Igbos on the Twitter, when our real enemies are the politicians and the bomb bastard international community like the IMF and the World Bank. So let's come back into the program again. I want to play the next video because I want to focus a little bit more about the prayer, which is just about 10 minutes to end. So I'm going to play this video that I picked up of our own leader, Baba Akintoye. Baba Akintoye was in one of the Zoom meetings, but I haven't listened to this. But I'm sure it's one of the ones that we've listened to in the past. And the headline says, why the British are afraid of the Yoruba people. They know who we are. Our Yoruba we are very, very intelligent. And they are scared that our margin with the Biafra is going to create a lot of problems. That is why they say, no, Koiki, don't work with Biafra. Imagine two people wants to go. Instead of us to unite, to exit. No. Don't let us unite. And that's why they divide it. You think Biafra are not divided? They are divided. They have what they call the doors. Those are Olori Buruku people. Those are the ones that sold in Nnamdi Kanu. Those bomb bastards, they call themselves. Even in Nnamdi Kanu brother, Olori Buruku, is fighting Simon Ekpa. Imagine David Odoye, as much as I love him, that Olori Buruku boy, he's saying that Simon Ekpa is an agent. So he wants us to remain in Nigeria. That Olori Buruku David Odoye, bomb bastard Yoruba man. I don't even know whether he's a Yoruba or another Fulani Oloshi. I read some of his article, condemning Simon Ekpa, Olori Buruku man. Bomb bastard. That Simon Ekpa is an agent trying to destroy Southeast. Why not destroy everything? Because nobody's enjoying it. They killed Ken Saro-Wiwa in 1994, if I'm right, Abacha. So what does everybody enjoy? So let's destroy everything so that nobody enjoy nothing. As I speak to you now, my family, they are struggling. They can't make sales. They are working hard. Money is not coming in. We have to support them. We have to substitute it. It don't go better for your papa if you say we will keep Nigeria. If you say we should keep Nigeria. No humanity as this man that died on Monday. One bastard. So instead of us to force this together, this energy together, so that we can pull it, the DOS wants to do their own. Some she call themselves Ominira 2022. Instead of everybody to come together in one unity and pull down this structure called Nigeria, even without a gun, 2 million of us out on the street of Lagos State, we will shut down the whole economy. We will paralyze everything. No port authority is working. No airport is working. Nobody's going anywhere. Nobody's going to school. We shut down everything. They don't want that because they know that the energy of the people is much bigger than the bullet. One bastard. They call themselves Yoruba people. I want Losholori Bruku. Instead of us to fight it now, said kill, before the corruption kill every single one of us on a daily basis. Now they don't want that. No, we're going to do our own separate. I don't want to do anything with IGBOHO. I don't want to do anything with Akintoye. All this stupid, they set up all kind of different organizations. It's as useless as tissue paper. Those organizations doesn't have any they don't even get balls like IGBOHO. IGBOHO is coming to London. You better come and take picture with him. All these your groups that are nothing. IGBOHO is still in Africa. He is still going in and out of Africa. Benny, Egbomi triple DRS. Olori Bruku people wants to come out in uniform to celebrate a failed nation. Did you hear that? One bastard, and you will see them talking nonsense. Oh, no. We must not have anything. Koiki, stop pushing IGBOHO with Biafra. It will go better for you. Stop telling me to stop pushing IGBOHO. Is IGBOHO a baby? So let's play Baba Akintoye, like I said, so that I can focus the last few minutes. We're still praying for my mother, Janet Fashaki. If you don't know who she is, she died last week, Friday. May her soul rest in peace. It was a very, shocking death to many of us, but there's nothing we can do. Let's just see her again before we go and play Baba Akintoye.
Ẹ káàsán, ẹ káalẹ́, gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, ẹ káàárọ̀, káàkiri gbogbo àgbáńláyé. Orúkọ mi ni Sunday Adéyẹmọ tí gbogbo yín mọ̀ sí Sunday Igboho. Mo fi àsìkò yìí mo fi kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá kú aráfẹ́ra kú tí mọmọ wa Janet Fashaki. Ọlọ́run á foríjì wọn, á pàṣìṣe wọn rẹ́. Mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ká mọ̀ kíníkan yìí pé tí àsìkò ikú ẹ̀dá bá tó, òun lẹ̀dá máa ń kú. K'Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí ọdún jìnnà síra wọn. Ìyá wa Janet Fashaki ìyá dáadáa ni, ó dẹ̀ ṣègùdù méjì ìyá mẹ́fà lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá ní sẹ́kọ̀ọ́, pàápàá jùlọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tèmi, mi ò mọ tẹlòmíì. Bọ̀ mo á fi àsìkò yìí, mo fi ń bẹ Ọlọ́run fún k'Ọlọ́run bá tọ́ láyé tọ́ lọ́run kó pa àṣìṣe wọn rẹ́, kó dẹ̀ dárí gbogbo ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wọn jì wọ́n. Kí ọmọ fi ìyà jẹ àwọn ọmọ wọn tí ń bẹ láyé, kó bá dáàbò bo gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wọn, kó dẹ̀ gbé àwọn ọmọ wọn sí ipò gíga lórílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́. Orúkọ mi ni Sunday Igboho. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́. Thank you.
Ẹ bá mi gbọ́ sórí fóònù kí n tiẹ̀ gbọ́ ohùn ẹ̀ létí mi. Kí n gbọ́ létí mi. Ìgbọ́ ẹ̀sà. Ìgbọ́ orílẹ̀ ayé lè tí a lè gbàgbé Yorùbá nation lórúkọ Olúwa ọmọ àgbẹ̀
Look at that energy. Look at the fight inside our spirit. Look at the fighting spirit. You no want fight for Yoruba nation. You where they don't even know. You dey inside Nigeria, they suffer. The person where they inside America, she's doing very well. Look at that vibe. Look at the energy. Now let's listen to our father. Like I said, it's one of so many of the videos that he has done in the past, but he wants to explain in this video how the British of Britain are scared, afraid of the Yoruba people, including you. I'm sure some of you at work, you saw how I was bullied about a week ago at number 10 Downing Street by that officer. How many of you have been bullied as well across all the network in the UK? I can't follow that. So they say, well, we can't go back to Nigeria. They're not going to employ us. There's no job. So when they racism us here, when they spit at us, we just accommodate it and we accept it. And the one that we can push through the laws, we do our best. We don't have a choice. But we have a choice if we have a country where everybody will respect each other. Not in Nigeria. So let's go into that video and listen to it. Once again, Mokibu Bualen Conceal. If you're new to the platform, share the program.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé àwọn tó kó wa pọ̀ fún àǹfààní tiwa. Kì í ṣe torí pé kó bá dáa fún àwọn èèyàn dúdú tó wà ní Nàìjíríà, kó bá dáa fún Yorùbá, kó dáa fún Ìgbò, kó dáa fún Ìjọ, kó dáa fún Fúlàní, kó dáa fún Tíì, rárá o. Àwọn kó jọ fún àǹfààní tara wọn láti ṣòwò ni. Ìgbà tán dẹ̀ fẹ́ máa lọ tó di wípé wọn lè dúró mọ́ ká máa ṣèjọba wa mọ́. Wọ́n wá ń dọ́gbọ́n sí báwọn ṣe máa ṣe tó jẹ́ pé àǹfààní àlùmọ́nù Nàìjíríà á sì máa bọ́ sí wọn lọ́wọ́. Ẹ̀ka tán dẹ̀ gbà wípé ó lè jẹ́ kó bọ́ sí wọn lọ́wọ́ ni wípé kán gbéléwò àwọn tí ò lágbára láti tí ò ní ìmọ̀ tó láti bá wọn jiyàn. Àwọn tó jẹ́ pé ẹ̀rù àwa yòókù ń bà wọ́n. Tí wọ́n bá gbéjẹba lé wọn lọ́wọ́, àwọn tí ó ní ilẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀, àwọn British tán ń ṣèjọba wa tẹ́lẹ̀, wọ́n á lè ráyè tiwọ́ sí ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà láti bẹ̀. Ṣé ẹ̀dẹ̀ wá rí àwa Yorùbá, ẹ̀rù àwa Yorùbá tiẹ̀ ń bà wọ́n British púpọ̀. Kí nìdí ẹ̀? Torí pé káwọn òyìnbó tó dé, àwa ti di ọ̀mọ̀wé rẹpẹtẹ. As far as 1860s, láti ní university graduates, engineers, lawyers, doctors, etc. Nǹkan tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ kó easy bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé ìlú ńláńlá là wà ń gbé most of us in Yoruba land láti ọdún tó ti pẹ́ káwọn òyìnbó tó wá. Àwọn èèyàn yòókù ní Nàìjíríà àwọn ò gbèrú ńláńlá wọ̀nyẹn. Therefore, education ò lè tètè dọ́dọ̀ wọn. Tí missionary bá wá tó bá fẹ́ lọ sí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ilẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà, á kọ́kọ́ lọ wá inú gbòógì tó dáa fóun, á lọ sọ pé ibi ìlú àwọn máa dá missionary session wọn sílẹ̀ sí. Kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá o. tó adé wà lọ bá ọba nìkan lọ mú yín lọ sílẹ̀ wọ́n mú yín lọ bẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ church ẹ̀kọ́ school so kíákíá school ti lọ sí gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá by 1860 as I said I think produce university graduates lóríṣiríṣi bàtà àwọn òyìnbó wa máa dé níbi 1900 àwa ti lọ jìnnà education ò tí ì bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ Nàìjíríà ń gbà wọ́n yẹn ó tún 1920s kí education tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà àwa ti ń produce university graduate as far back as 1860 newspaper tí wọ́n kọ́kọ́ publish nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà nílẹ̀ Áfíríkà Abẹ́òkúta ni wọ́n ti publish ẹ̀ ní 1859 bó ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn òyìnbó wa ń bẹ̀rù wa wípé tá a bá fún àwọn Yorùbá wọ̀nyí láàyè wọn ní jẹ́ ká rí èrè tá a bá wá sí Nàìjíríà àwọn ní jẹ́ ká rí wọ́n gbọ́n jù àwọn wọ̀nyí ò kì í ṣe regular black people so ìdí ẹ̀ nìyẹn nígbà tó wá dìgbà tí bàbá wa Awólọ́wọ̀ tó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pidán pẹ̀lú ilé ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀fẹ́ industrial estate nǹkan àwọn òyìnbó wa bẹ̀rù pé ẹ má jẹ́ ká gbé ìjọba léwọ́ àwọn ará bí ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣètò tí ìjọba ò ní fi dọ́wọ́ wọn láéláé nítorí tó ìjọba bá dọ́wọ́ wọn wọ́n á gba Nàìjíríà lọ́wọ́ wa nírí tiwa jẹ́ ń bẹ̀ mọ́ o nǹkan tó fa ọ̀rọ̀ tiwa ní Nàìjíríà nìyẹn tó ṣe àwọn.
Now, did you hear what Baba Akintoye? I don't think some of you understand the pain that Baba Akintoye has to go through to be giving us this kind of back-end history. That the British were scared of Baba Awolowo. They were scared of, his intellectual. They were scared of who he is. Baba Awolowo would not want a Yoruba man to die like a chicken like this. But all these bastard Yoruba politicians care less whether you die like a dog or you die like a pig. No care, brother, me Arole Oduduwa. Triple DRL. Let me start appreciating some of you. I'm still in the prayer, but it's almost 34 minutes into it, and we'll be winding down very soon. I'm in another meeting. There's a committee meeting of IGBOHO going on as well. 2 meetings going on while I'm live. But Kilavish, see, Baba Akintoye told us that we will work hard. Yoruba nation is not going to come easy. We will work hard. Ìdíwà máa gbóná lórí chair. Ẹ̀yin náà máa wà nínú ilé ìdí máa gbóná máa wo program from one program to the other to continue to enlighten each other. A máa kọ́kọ́ fi media war ogun ganja lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. We are using the media war, to make sure that we highlight the danger why the British are worried and scared of the Yoruba people, and they are afraid of us. They know that give Nigeria to them, they will transform it. Nobody would die like a chicken like this man. Does a British citizen call the ambulance and they will wait for 2 hours and nobody will attend to them? Is it possible in UK? Why is it then happening in Nigeria? It's because the British never wanted the best out of Nigeria. That's why they amalgamated that fraudulent country together in 1914. And we are saying, let us de-amalgamate it. A Yoruba where we say, no. That is not what we want. What we want now, Mukia Juliet, what we want now is for us to have a proper, leader. Which is Tinubu going to be a good leader? Is all these criminal leaders, or even you in Nigeria, you can never be a good leader. Maybe in Yoruba land, because you know that we're going to buy you. If you steal any money, we will buy you. Just like we said in the discussion that we're going on, with these corruption, which we talked about at the first hour. Not this one. This is like, the second show. I already done the 2 hours. I was on the Star Radio after a very long time. I had a bit of time with them this morning, but it's been very busy. I've been very, very busy, but like I said, so at the Soro Nipa Ele, if we don't end corruption will kill every single one of us. So if you're one of those that say, look, Koiki, I understand all this, but we can manage. Look, you cannot manage Nigeria, Omugo. The British were scared of us, so why do you want to manage Nigeria? Mokia Abdullah. Emma Buna one leader, we have to keep running your data, so that you can listen to these. Ogumola Motik Pele and Community Oti Pashel Oti Paguru Lolo Abawa Pelue. Allow Babani, Bilikisu, Olure Tinubu will run when we reach the M1 lane. No, Tony. M1 Loma Gbenyen. But let me first educate and prepare you just as Nnamdi Kanu prepared the Biafra. It was not a day job. Some of them are abusing Nnamdi Kanu now. They realize that, look, Tinubu cannot give us, she wants to give. Imagine Remi Tinubu is telling the Biafra, we will unite you with fabric. Is she crazy? Nnamdi Kanu is there. She not do whatever she can do to talk to her husband when they are doing jiggy to release Nnamdi Kanu. She's talking about, take picture of me. Take picture of me. We would take picture of me so that I can unite Nigeria with my fabric, so that when it comes to October 1st, everybody will put it on Muki Okwe, Yakubu Muki. So let's go before we are still, with this Baba Oluwole, Baba ADEBANJI. Okay. Muki Bugwale Council. Okay, I think let me remove this image because it looks like this image is having problem with the, with Facebook or your Instagram. So let's remove that image. Because I don't know what's wrong with them. Every little thing they are worried about, So I don't know. Let's start again and see. I think that image was having, some kind of whatever issue. So now, Moki Bugwale can see, let's Moki our Sarah Ajayi, and many of you that have joined us at the beginning, Idowenya, Fe Moki, Triple DRS, Ayuba Moki, Egbomi Waris, Zinadu, Olawale Alabi, Brown, Akinola, Busari, Kazin, Abiodun Adebusola, Spark Lizzy, Tony Ages, Omoto Sholaumi, and the silent listener, Daniel Adeyemi, and Easy Mukieme, brother Midada. Looking forward to see you in London very soon. Mr. Oluwagbami, Adewale Adeyinka, and if I haven't mentioned your name, rest assured that you are well recognized. Ogundare Kunle, and many of you that are living in outside London, many of you that are living in Europe, a majority of you that are watching quietly. Clement, I salute you, my brother. One love. So let's go back to Baba Akintoye explaining to us why the British are afraid of the Yoruba people.
Àwa Yorùbá nǹkan tó dẹ̀ wà nídìí pé Nàìjíríà ò ṣeé ṣe nìyẹn. Ká ní wọ́n fi sílẹ̀ kó jẹ́ democracy gidi ni tó jẹ́ pé ẹ dá party sílẹ̀, ẹni tó bá ti win náà ló máa wọlé, tó bá ti wọlé ìbò òun náà ló máa ṣèjọba. Ká ní wọ́n ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ni, kán fi sílẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, bóyá ìbá ṣe díẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n pé dandan àwọn kan ló gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe. torí kí ìyà má bàa jẹ àwa tá a dá ibi sílẹ̀ iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ wa ni àwa la gbọ́dọ̀ máa jèrè ẹ̀ láéláé a gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn tó gbọ́n bíi ti Yorùbá wọn kan ṣèjọba tán bá ṣèjọba àní rí tiwa ń bẹ̀ mọ́ nǹkan tó da Nàìjíríà rú nìyẹn. The result is àwa gbéjọba léwọ́ àwọn tí ò lè ṣe tí wọ́n kàwé tí wọ́n dẹ̀ fẹ́ kàwé tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ìbẹ̀rù làwọn fi ń ṣèjọba. Amadu Bello kọ sínú ìwé My Life tó publish in 1962 pé ìbẹ̀rù àwọn Yorùbá àti Ìgbò ló dominate gbogbo consideration wọn pátápátá nígbà táwọn bá ń ṣèpàdé nílẹ̀ àríwá nígbà táwọn bá ń ṣèpàdé ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn tó ń ṣèjọba nílẹ̀ àríwá. Therefore, the answer is àwọn wọn lágbára jù wá wọ́n ṣe but àwọn òyìnbó ti gbé agbára lé wa lọ́wọ́ therefore a gbọ́dọ̀ lo agbára yẹn láti make sure pé a control wọn a gbọ́dọ̀ control wọn a gbọ́dọ̀ subdue wọn. That's the answer. That's the underpinning direction of Nigerian political life. Àwọn sójà ń gbà tán dẹ̀ jẹ́ mostly northern soldiers. Àwọn náà wá kúkú wá ṣe wọ́n kúkú wá rẹ̀ ogun régerege pípé north ló ní agbára kankan. Wọ́n bá tiẹ̀ dẹ̀ mọ́ fún ọmọ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá àbí ọmọ Eastern region àbí kìnnì kan sí ìjọba. Àwọn tó ń ṣèjọba ń bẹ̀ ò lè fún láyè kó ṣèfẹ́ inú ẹ̀. Nítorí náà làwa bẹ̀ sí kékeré wípé ọ̀rọ̀ sójà ti lọ ẹ jẹ́ ká restructure ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sí region ìjọ́wọ̀n yẹn tí àwọn bá tiẹ̀ padà sí region ìjọ́wọ̀n yẹn ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣètò ìjọba irú eléyìí tó jẹ́ pé region kọ̀ọ̀kan ló ní agbára láti ṣe ìfẹ́ inú ẹ̀ ó lè jẹ́ pé region wọn lè wá yàtọ̀ báyìí ṣùgbọ́n ẹ jẹ́ kan that pattern of relationship between the federal government and the regional government ká restore nǹkan tá à ń pè ní restructuring nìyẹn. Gbogbo aládé ń pariwo yẹn. Èmi tí mo bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ yìí article tí mo kọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ restructuring is more than 150.
I want us to listen to Baba here. Hey, tẹ́ ń pariwo, oh, we want to restructure Nigeria. Muke Dash Mayor TV, my brother. Idris Muke, Eunice Mukima, Muke Easy. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ kẹ́ gbọ́n kan tí Baba Akintoye fi sọ mí báyìí. He has written more than 50 articles and so many other papers about restructure. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́n kan tó sọ níbí báyìí.
But àwọn tí agbára wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ wọ́n mọ̀ wípé tá a bá restructure agbára lọ́wọ́ wọn nìyẹn. Wọn ò lè gbà láéláé. Ẹ̀bọ̀ níbi ọdún bíi 4-5 sẹ́yìn, àwọn bíi 2 lára wọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí lérí wípé rather than accept restructuring we will go to war. Nígbà yẹn mo kọ article tí mo fi dá wọn lóhùn. Ṣùgbọ́n òótọ́ tó wà ń bẹ̀ ni wípé agbára wà lọ́wọ́ wọn o. Tí wọ́n bá ní wọn fẹ́ restructuring kò sí nǹkan tá a lè ṣe o. Àwọn ní minority o. Àwa tá à ń fẹ́ restructuring ní majority ní Nàìjíríà o. Àwa south west, south east, south south, middle belt. Àpọ̀jù ní north west lọ o. Ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan tó wà ní democracy ni wípé dídá tó wà ní democracy ni wípé tí majority bá níbi báyìí là ń lọ minority náà lè sọ pé kì í ṣe bẹ̀ làwọn fẹ́ ṣùgbọ́n tó bá yá wọn tẹ̀lé àwọn tí ó jẹ́ majority ṣùgbọ́n ti Nigeria minority ni wọn ò gbà àwọn ò lọ kò sí nǹkan tá a lè ṣe and democracy collapses at that point. The power of democracy collapses if the minority insists that we are not going to follow the majority. And so that is the way it is. Eléyìí tó tẹ̀lé tí wọ́n á burú jù ń bẹ̀ báyìí ni pé bá a ti ẹ̀dẹ̀ ṣe restructuring kò kájú àwọ̀ ò kájú ìlú mọ́. Àwọ̀ restructuring ò kájú ìlú ẹ̀yà tó ń jẹ wá mọ́. Nítorí àwọn látòkè ọya tápè ní Àrẹwà àwọn Fúlàní wọ́n ti látọdún 5 ni wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí attack ilẹ̀ wa wọ́n invade ilẹ̀ wa tó ń lérí pé àwọn máa lé wa kúrò we shall kill, maim, destroy and turn Nigeria to the greatest bloodbath on the African continent. We shall banish you from your land, and if we cannot banish you we shall exterminate you and things like that. Wọ́n dẹ̀ Nigeria Johnny wow, the Sofe Kama Wasile wow, as long as we are together in the same country, the Sofe Kama wa. So gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ̀nyí á sì máa ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ìgbà tá a bá ṣe restructuring tán. Ìdí ẹ̀ nìyẹn tí àwa kan fi wá ronú sí pé ẹ wò ó, àwa ò kì í ṣèlú, àwa ò kì í ṣe ìyà kékeré. Ṣé dandan la gbọ́dọ̀ jókòó sínú ìyà yìí? Ẹ kú kalẹ̀ o. Ṣé dandan làwa Yorùbá gbọ́dọ̀ jókòó sínú ìyà yìí? Èmi tí mo jẹ́ bàbá yín, àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké yín wọ́n wá wọ́ bá mi. Mo agree pẹ̀lú wọn náà, but arúgbó kì í ṣe líle. Ṣùgbọ́n gbà tí wọ́n jẹ́ kí n sinmi, tí wọ́n jẹ́ kí n gbádùn, èmi náà wá wọ okay. Èmi ni mo bí yín. Tó bá jẹ́ nǹkan tí ẹ̀ ń wá, nǹkan tí èmi náà ń wá nìyẹn. Arúgbó fẹ́ máa sọ ni. Ṣùgbọ́n gbà tẹ́lẹ̀ tí nǹkan tí ẹ̀ ń wá nìyẹn, nǹkan tí èmi náà ń wá nìyẹn. Èmi náà mo dẹ̀ wá ń sọ fún wọn wípé ẹ lè sọ pé nǹkan tí ẹ̀ ń fẹ́ nìyẹn, òfin ìjọba òmùyàn láti sọ. You are free to say you want self-determination for your people. There is no law in the world that bans you from saying that.
Now, that is to encourage our tamam beru, self-determination. Self-determination. Shout out to you, Clement. Moki yawa modupe ola bello. Moki Yoruba gbayi. Oni yo Koiki oko Fulani. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí mi fẹ́ Fulani o. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. So what I'm trying to explain here is that a lot of us are scared of Tinubu. We were scared of Buhari. We were scared that Taba Pariwo, self-determination, they will come for us. They will do this, they will do that. Oh yes, definitely, there's no doubt about it. They will try all that nonsense. Moki, Mr. Peter, one of our Instagram has been pulled down, but I've already requested a review because what we're discussing, is not, more than enough for them to have taken us down. So Moki, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà lórí ìkànnì pẹ̀lú wa ní àṣálẹ́ yìí, lórí ètò wa Baba Lekiti mo kí yín. The phone line is open. Níbi tá a sọ̀rọ̀ dé àti tá a ti ń sọ̀bọ̀ látọ̀sán títí di wákàtí a fi ṣe another 2 hours. Tabarẹ́ni tó fẹ́ dá sí gbogbo tá à ń sọ̀bọ̀, ẹ lè pè wá. Studio number ni nọ́mbà tó wà nísàlẹ̀ yẹn tó ní +44 74 044 05917. Ká gbọ́ nǹkan tí ẹ̀yin náà tẹ̀rí sọ̀rọ̀ tí a ti ń bá bọ̀. Bàbá Lẹ́kìtì, ìyàwó Tinubu ti ní àwọn máa ránṣọ tí aṣọ yẹn kọ́ ẹjẹ́ fi wọ̀nyí ká tó padà sọ́dọ̀ bàbá wa. Ó ní aṣọ yẹn la máa wọ̀ ní October 1st tó máa unite gbogbo wa. So bàbá Lẹ́kìtì, ẹ jẹ́ tètè lọ ra tàdọ̀ ti yín náà. Torí Rẹ̀mí Tinubu ti ní aṣọ yìí ló máa unite gbogbo Nàìjíríà. Èmi mọ̀ bí wọ́n ṣe ń ronú. So kọ́lọ̀ kó ṣàánú wọn. So as we are still on the live, mo kí bàbá wa Stephen Idowu, mo kí àwọn ẹgbẹ́ GR1. I'm still in another meeting, like I said, meeting upon meeting for the preparation. Mo kí gbogbo èyí tí ẹ̀ ń bẹ nílé, tí gbogbo wa tá à ń dárò ìyá wa Janet, kọ́lọ̀ kó fọ̀rùn kẹ́wọn kó dáríjì wọn. A ti ṣàdúrà fún wọn níbí, ojoojúmọ́ náà ni wọ́n sì máa ṣàdúrà fún wọn. Like I said, the burial arrangement has not been announced yet, but I believe she will be buried in America from the information we're hearing, and she will not be returned to Nigeria for burial. It will be in Nigeria. Now, let's finish Baba Dada, Baba Lalubarika. Tí wọ́n sọ fún wa pé, look, forget about àwọn tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa restructure. Restructure cannot bring anything out. Ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń ronú pé Tinubu will give you a restructured country. It's not going to restructure Nigeria. You're not going to get the other one. Don't pariwo náà. So ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ bàbá kí tó ìkàndélẹ̀. Let me mute my mic again.
You can organize for it. The only thing is that you must not use violence. So ni àwọn ọmọ wa bẹ̀ sí sọ pé à ń fẹ́ self-determination ti ẹ̀yà tiwa Yorùbá o, and we want to achieve it with in a law-abiding and peaceful manner. And we believe that we have the intellectual and other capacities to get it done. So ibi tí ọ̀rọ̀ náà wá délé ní nìyẹn. Kì í ṣe gbogbo Yorùbá ló ti gbà yẹn o. A gbọ́dọ̀ sọ̀tọ̀ kì í ṣe gbogbo Yorùbá ló ti gbà yẹn, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ sì ń bẹ̀rù pé tàbá sọ treason, wọ́n máa mú wa civil war kankan and so on. But àwa tá à ń sọ èrò tó dẹ̀ ń sọ ó ń pọ̀ sí lójoojúmọ́ o.
This is the word of encouragement, and I'm going to try and crop this video into our, because a lot of people are scared. Eunice, Moria, sister, mi dada, Mokima, Ekabo, Mama dada, Mokim, Yawa. When people are scared, when they are scared, Cherry Iberu, only the, only, how much if so? Tábà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń bẹ̀rù tá à ń bẹ̀rù ìbẹ̀rù gan-an in tó ń bọ̀ gan-an kò tí ì dé gan-an tí ń bẹ̀rù. Ẹ má gbàgbé rálì wa, nínú rálì yẹn náà ni ẹ ti máa láǹfààní àti rí Ìgbòho. Ẹni tó bá wá lè fẹ́ dínà ní Hilton London Kensington láti wá jẹun pẹ̀lú olóyè Ìgbòho, ẹ kàn sí wa láti lè ra ticket. There is still availability, there is more room. Lugard, òun ni Britain gbéṣẹ́ yẹn fún tó fi di pé kí ni, and the rally outfit òun lẹ̀ ń wò ní bíbá. So ẹ jẹ́ ká padà, Baba Waris ní in competition to the upcoming Yoruba rally, not accidental with the Remi Fabric agenda, they are working hard with the crook means. Wọ́n fẹ́ ká lọ máa raṣọ. Imagine Remi Tinubu, mo kí ẹ Mr. Mojid Ibrahim, Ọkọ̀yà Fọláyọ̀, mo kí ẹ. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní gbogbo Lagos Island. Imagine they're telling us to go and, to go and buy a cloth that will make us cool. I don't think these people understand that there's no more unity. I want to push it to 3 hours, but I will see if I have the strength, because like I said, I promised I was coming back. I was coming back, and that's the reason why we came out again, so that I can complete the program here, because so I think we've covered enough in the last 2 hours. Agree. Let me bring my full screen back to me here. If you are not sure of anything in the movement, thereby get it on media as well. That's all I for you. What we cannot tell you is that when exactly Yoruba Nation will come, but what we can say to you is that the work going on so far, and the system that Nigeria is going on as it is right now will eventually fall apart. Whether Ashinkokon, the end of Nigeria, and nobody can stop it as well. So let me bring my full screen out. I'll take the small camera out. Ashoti, I plan lati wo ni join and I already have, I showed you the other day, I have them here as well. And I'll find time before the end of this week. They are traveling outside the UK. So these are not for me. These are going to, one is going to Australia, and three is going to Australia, 3 going to America. So for tí gba aṣọ yín tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ní kó post ẹ máa lọ collect ẹ kàn sí mi, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ rà lọ́wọ́ tèmi ni o, so that kí lè fún yín ní number àti code tẹ́ máa lọ fi gba aṣọ yín. So it's very, very important that you collect your clothes before the 12th. There's still enough time, but there's no more time. For gbogbo tábẹ́ fi ṣe event yẹn nísìnyí kò pé 1 month more. Kò pé 1 month more. So I'm just going to be reading the comments, and then hopefully allow Baba Elekiti ni Ogun killed Tinubu's wife. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. So the line is open. I will allow the line to, and I'll be reading your comments. If you want to participate, you have the last 1 hour, while I'm still, listening to my meeting that is going on behind my airport here. Kolo Kuforiji, our Jane and Fasha King, we love her, but, the Lord Eledumare lover as well. So let us continue to pray for the family at this very, very difficult time. It's a difficult time, I'm telling you. To lose someone is not an easy thing, because but at the end of the day, sometimes these things happen. So Moki Bubua. So again, if you have something that you want to share with me, you have information, if I get Babaliki, get Yoruba Wuyi, get any of the media, we have a strong media that are working tirelessly, to make sure that this movement, the media continue the work. There might not probably be engagement of rally, but around Tiwaja Deni Agege a couple of weeks ago. So hopefully at the right time we would come out with more rally. What we need now is strategic planning. Strategic planning. Our belly conversation. Move. They go out there. They will speak to people. Our pastor yes. Allow pastor work on there. They're working on the ground. They're communicating. We need to talk to many people, different organizations, different, bodies within the Yoruba land and within the Africa and the European sector as well. How much is the attire for the rally? It's £25, man. Again, we'll be able to share your mush. It's difficult to hold father. So please hold the maybe hold it. So let me see if I can give you my full back screen. I gotta move my camera a little bit so that my phone an open back screen so that so that is my original screen at the back. So basho esheri lele. So original screen mi le nwo nisin. So bo sheri lele. So bo sheri ni. I'm sure you can see it properly. Different sizes up to double XL, up to XXL, large, medium. So bo sheri ni. It's £25, but collection only. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ kọ́ post ẹ máa fi £5 kún. So wọ́n mi wá kan pè mí láti Basidi, wọ́n náà wọ́n lè wá sí London àwọn ò lè torí £5 kọ́ post ẹ̀ sáwọn. tó bá yẹ pé ẹ máa fẹ́ pẹ̀lú post ẹ máa san £30. Tẹ́ bá pè á fún yín ní account details yẹn. And if you just want to support, you can't make it to the rally, you can't make it to the dinner. Look, £20, £100, So you can also do a voluntary donation. So that is what it looks like. Okay, so ẹ lè wọ nǹkan sábẹ́. So ẹ mọ̀ pé weather yẹn kò ń ṣe kó máa ti tutù táàrí irú ẹ̀ rí. But at least ẹ lè wọ any outfit inú. Kódà ẹ lè wọ something thick like this kẹ wá wọ̀ wọ́n lé lórí. I mean anything tó bá jẹ́ wooded, gbogbo àná la ní wooded. Gbogbo àná la láṣọ Yorùbá nation. Mo kí bàbá wa Kenze Abiola Fakohunda. Mo tẹ̀lé ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Fakohunda ní South Africa lẹ́nijọ́ mẹ́ta. I hope he's doing very well. So instead ẹ máa fi máa wọ jacket eléyìí ti wà ó dẹ̀ wà padded nínú, and the quality is very good as well. So anybody can wear anything and you can wear this. Ẹ dẹ̀ lè dé fìlà ẹ lè wé gèlè. Ẹ mú fèrè yín dání. Ẹ ti rí gbogbo àwọn leaflet a fẹ́ pín a máa ha fún yín ẹ máa bá wa distribute ẹ bẹ̀ ṣe ń rìn lọ. There's banners coming as well. We still need to put a lot of things in place. So as the platform needs to support the movement for this particular and in the months of ṣé account wise nǹkan lè máa sanwó sí o ìfẹ́ lódò àpapọ̀, and after the event àní béèrè owó lórí platform yìí mọ́ on their behalf. So bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn. So ẹ jẹ́ ká tún close the screen wọn padà. So kọ́lọ̀ kó bá wa foríjì àwa lẹ́ǹkan sí. So that is about that. I'm still open to question. Oh, beautiful, Benny. Yes, very beautiful. So, so I'm here to answer your question for the next, 30 minutes as much as I can. So, question, Monid Nisi. Ask question, I'm not beru. Even if I can't answer your question, answer. If you want to call in, the line is open. Actually, going to Mr. Fadi on Sunday. No one can lie that he is not hearing the development while they are hearing. I didn't catch that message there properly. So that is where we are right now. There's a lot happening. Nigeria, Nigeria is a non-ending. The problem is too much. Problem Nigeria cannot be resolved, by me, cannot be resolved by you. So the best bet is for us to be demanding our right to self-determination. Only crime. Baba Akintoye so is not, so but a lot of Yoruba people might disagree with us and say, ọ̀nà àbáyọ ṣì wà, kò sọ́nà àbáyọ kankan, kò sí ọ̀nà àbáyọ kankan. Studio number nìkan mo fi ń gba kọ́ọ̀lù, tó tẹ́bà tí mo studio number, I can't take because mo wà lórí meeting nínú orí fóònù so mo lè pick ẹ̀. Tó bá yẹ pé tó ń wò mí ló ń pè lórí bíbá, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ pè lórí studio number +44 74 0440 5917. So let's see if there's any message coming through. Muki Mr. Lawale Alabi. Akibabawa Professor Akintoye Dada. So anyway, let's call it a night. Hopefully tomorrow we will be out again. We will stick to the discussion this week, which is corruption, which is the topic that we are treating. Important that we kill the corruption before corruption will kill us. So studio number opposite enter America. If you want these, we can send it to you. Mẹ́ta náà àwọn aṣọ tí mo lọ kó níjọ́ Saturday America la máa send it. Èèyàn kan fẹ́ ṣe brochure ó dẹ̀ raṣọ, so but I can't send it until tá bá ti ṣe brochure yẹn máa send it pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. But mọ́mí wa tó order aṣọ mẹ́ta, big and small size, I'll be posting it to her, and it's not expensive to post, still under 20 pounds. I posted kankan nígbà tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀, flags and all that I was posting. And tó bá wà l'America, ẹ kàn máa sanwó through county UK, which is either through Zelle or PayPal. I send the sound committee, and there's a size in that's all. But when they in UK, like I said, if you can't buy it, it's okay. So, and we have a boss. Again, if you boss one boss to my biwa, we don't sort of lower missing in a meeting. So, bossy wow, again, like big boss in that if you carry. Again, if you boss in one is the London boss. Okay, I think there's a call coming through. I can back call it. Nígbà tẹ ní nọ́mbà ilé lọ́wọ́ tẹ wá lọ ń pè the other one. Ẹgbẹ́ òsókè àwa ni ẹ.
Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun Ọlọ́run á túbọ̀ wọ́n
àwa ni ẹgbọ́n sókè.
Anybody tó bá lóun ò tí ì gbọ́ nípa Yorùbá nation like this time around Tinubu ti bá wa advertise it. That is one of the advantage bó ṣe ń lọ. I have some of you that we have been spoken with Tony wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ accept nǹkan tí mo sọ fún wọn sí. Àwọn one of my friend nítorí the sọ láti ọjọ́ yẹn I think we will be more better off if we are leaving this country. So by now everybody is set. They are just someone you have to know first. I want to have spread it. That is the advantage. Want to have spread the nation. But the 1,000 something we everybody is set. If they are I'm a blame government because the one that I know cash out. They don't know I blame previous government. I cash out. Then if I do anything, it's also wrong. I to want to cash out. They are all making it. They'll be telling us that everyone is telling people. Now everybody thinks said. Everybody is place. Everybody say yes. We want Nigeria to work.
Thank you so much. Well, ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tẹ́gbọ́n wa sọ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n náà wọ́n disagree pẹ̀lú wa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́ play eléyìí mò ń padà bọ̀ again in just about a few minutes, and when we come back we will then start gradually winding down because mo fẹ́ pass message kan sínú meeting yìí kó tó di pé meeting yẹn máa tán. Àdúrà wa gbà. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ nípa bí Lugard ṣe sọ Arrow Smith ṣe ṣàlàyé fún wa nípa Nàìjíríà mò ń padà bọ̀.
Hello. And Mrs. Carol Smith, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
May I say how delighted we are to be on Passion. We've looked forward to speaking to an African television station for decades. This is something we have looked forward to for such a long time, and we are so happy to be here.
Thank you. Mr. Arrow Smith was a young, bright, and principled Oxford University graduate who was recruited by the Colonial office and posted to Nigeria. He took his final examination a year ahead of his class. He also married Mrs. Carol Smith, whom he met while they were both at Oxford University. Together they went to Nigeria, where they had their 2 children. Mr. Arrow Smith, you were featured in a program recently by BBC Radio 4,
yes.
Titled Document,
yes.
And that was hosted by Mr. Mike Thompson.
Yes.
You are alleged that the British government rigged the first and most important election in the history of Nigeria in 1959 in favor of the North. Am I correct?
Yes.
How long were you in Nigeria for?
From 1955 to 1960. And we were based in Lagos. I was on the staff of the Department of Labour. I was largely occupied with employment problems, all the employment exchanges, and statistics, and international reports, and was kept pretty busy. I was also stationed in Lagos in charge of the capital and the port. I was the port labour officer as well. And I also devised a port labour scheme and later a social security scheme, which was one of the first in Africa, which guaranteed workers some income after they'd finished work. It was a providence scheme. As I say, it was called the National Providence Scheme, and I was very proud to have put that on the statute book.
I was going to ask you what your role is. You've mentioned 3 important. Is there any particular name given to your office while you were there?
Just labour officer.
I was a labour officer, a senior civil servant.
Okay.
I only intended to stay in Lagos initially for 2 tours of duty. Although because of this conflict with the elections, there were difficulties. Actually, government wouldn't let me leave the civil service. They were determined that I should stay in the civil service after my 2 tours. And I was offered very considerable incentives, including a knighthood, to stay and work for government. Primarily this was because I had access to state secrets. I learned, and the Governor-General himself confirmed this to me, that the elections were rigged, contrived. The intention was that the North should rule Nigeria. Even in '56, the Northern leaders were very proud and were saying, if they couldn't run Nigeria, never mind elections. They might not join Nigeria. They might leave. And we all thought, well, how would they survive? There were no industries. There's not a great deal of agriculture, some groundnuts in the north. This wasn't very practical at all. And then it was, the Governor-General seemed to be thinking that the North couldn't, even if it won an election, rule Nigeria by itself. The South wouldn't stand for that. So there had to be a partner, either the Igbos in the east or the Yoruba in the west, to team up with the North. What he didn't want was for the two southern parties, the Igbo and the Yoruba, to team up to form the government, because he believed the North wouldn't tolerate that and talked about leaving the federation. So as I learned, in a small way at first, but very rapidly I learned about the election fixing, and as I say, this was confirmed to me by the Governor-General. He actually said that he wanted me to know the truth because he wanted me to know how much trouble I was in.
You mentioned statistics, you were collecting figures. Yes. Is that for labor and unemployed people only, or general?
Primarily, but obviously my interest was in the population
of
generally.
Nigeria.
Yes, and Oluwole, the Yoruba leader of the action group, yep, and Chief Enaharo, they too, other people were saying, where are all these millions of people in the north? Where are they? We're going up there to campaign. We want to know, you know. And you see all these, you know, thousands of miles of not very developed countryside, and yet the northerners are claiming that their voting registration figures are larger than in the south, you know, larger, far more people up there. Well, actually, if you went through the Igbo land, you know, Enugu and that, you saw lots and lots of people. If you went to Ibadan, again, Ibadan teeming, you know, with millions of people. But we didn't actually see many northerners, and obviously not many northerners at that time came to Lagos. So this did arouse suspicion. Now, the Europeans, you know, not stupid, we are watching what's going on in Nigeria, and we too are beginning to feel there's something not quite right here, that maybe the elections are not going to be as straightforward as they're meant to be. Nigeria was being described as the showcase of democracy, and it was expected that the nationalist leaders would win through. But actually, when the election results were announced by the Governor-General, before the vote was even in, he didn't vote, didn't count for that, he didn't wait for that. I have to tell you, the British were counting the votes, and the British cannot be trusted. They look after their friends. Loyalty is the big thing for the British. And we were friends with the emirs of the north. We looked on people like Enaharo and Oluwole as rather dangerous people. They might even be communists. That's ridiculous, actually. They couldn't be communists in 1,000 years. But this was a sort of thing that was being said. And we were, Europeans, were getting a bit worried about all this. It wasn't quite the honest, straightforward election that we were hoping for.
Apart from Professor Anderson and Dr. Patrick Wilmot that supported your submission on the rigged election, there were other people who also served in the colonial office in your days. I mean, who opposed to this submission?
Initially, I was warned of what was going on by my senior officer, a Major Bunker. I didn't know. And I knew that the Governor-General had directed me to take all the office staff of the Ministry of Labour to help Chief Okoti Igbo in politicking in Warri. And this was most irregular, and I refused to do this. Having refused an order, I know what the drill is. You resign. I resign my post. That is the proper thing to do. What they did then was rather devious. They persuaded me to withdraw my resignation, and when I did, they sacked me. It didn't go through, but I thought this was a bit low after I'd resigned and was prepared to leave the country. This was not very nice behaviour. They later withdrew this and said that I had been of some service to the state, and actually commended me for what I had done, and said I could leave Nigeria with splendid testimonials, and we shook hands on this. And this was done with the recognition of the Deputy Governor-General, Sir Ralph Grey. And then I left Nigeria the first time and took up a job as a personnel officer, a very big job, with the Esso refinery. And then government came after me, declared that I was a traitor, and I had betrayed the British people, ought to be imprisoned. And I lost that job. And then they came to me again and said, it's all been a big mistake. Dreadful mistake. I'm a jolly decent chap, Oxford chap. And they put me on a plane straight back to Nigeria, where I'd make up for the time I'd been away. There was a great deal of good work for me to do, and we fell for this. We shouldn't have gone back, but we did.
So what we have been listening to while I was off the seat, Emabino, is just what Aaron Smith revealed before he died in 2007. The British government are afraid of Yoruba people, and they're also scared of the Biafra. That is why they don't want the Nigerian government to release Nnamdi Kanu. Because Kotaba releasing Nnamdi Kanu is going to create more problem for them. But not releasing him as well is also a big problem as well anyway. So that is on that. So we're going to end this program tonight. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us on this particular evening. We hope to be with you again with more educational program. And we hope that you've learned a lot this evening. And you are also removing your fear. Ìbẹ̀rù. A gbọ́dọ̀ yọ ìbẹ̀rù kúrò lára. Tá a bá ti yọ ìbẹ̀rù kúrò lára, we cannot achieve what we want. Nobody's going to die. Ẹ má bẹ̀rù pé èèyàn kan máa kú. Ẹ má bẹ̀rù pé nǹkan kan máa ṣẹlẹ̀. When we do not, tá a bá ti yọ gbogbo yẹn kúrò lẹ́kàn wa, we would get to what we want. The government of Nigeria is concerned. They're worried. They don't know níbi tí gbogbo èèyàn fẹ́ gbà yọ. They are also concerned, so they can use DSS to shakara everybody, use police, use security. But the country itself is fragile. While we are asking for Yoruba nation, you don't even know the plan of the El Zakizaki. You don't know the plan of so many other people. The Niger Delta is still there. The Asari Dokubo is still there. The country is fragile. There are many stakeholders in Nigeria, and the country will no longer be able to sustain itself. And more people are more intelligent. I want you to become more intelligent. More intelligent. Because more people understand, what it's all about now. So, Otiyato City Tele, this time around, more people understand that the country is no longer holding. So, Adura Wagba. So, thank you so much for joining me again this evening. And if it's the first time, remember to share the program. And like we say, October 12th, not the 1st. We are not celebrating the 1st. We have no business with the 1st of October. All we want to celebrate is the rally and the dinner with our emeritus. People want Professor Banji to be in London. I don't know whether or not he will be in London, but as soon as we have that information, I will let you know. And on that note, we keep it well. Thank you so much, all our Biafrans. Thank you, all the freedom fighters, the medias, the most important, the medias that are holding on to this struggle. From the Biafra, from the Yoruba, the Arewa are not really doing much. The Ijaw don't have the voice as much as the other two, but we have to support each other so that we can all exit from this contraction. Orayolama soon. It is Koiki Media bringing the world closer to your doorstep. From the MixLR to the Twitter space to the Twitter, and to many of you on the Instagram, I say thank you so much. And remember, tell someone to tell someone that the only option now is for the Yoruba people to leave this contraction known as Nigeria. Ireo. Arole Odudua, brother Mimokedada.